Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are a tad bit late to this, but better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah, that's one of my catchphrases. That checks out.
Hello, chat. Hello to everybody in
28
Leo
hours
stream.
late.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hello.
So, spoilers. Have we been spoiled on anything? Except for what is currently in the title. God damn it.
Yeah, the freaking title.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we were talking or like planning ahead of time. We had decided like, okay, we're both going to completely go offline, no social media, no Twitter, no Reddit, no Discord, no nothing, so that we can be as spoiler free as possible for this freaking presentation. And then the title of the stream updates to Resident Evil Requiem. Wow, I wonder what gets announced.
Wowzers, yeah. Well, at least I don't know anything about Resident Evil yet, so I'm not that invested.
Yeah.
As for you, yeah, maybe a little bit of a bummer.
I'm pretty much the same. I played a little bit of like the 4 remake, 5, and 8, but I didn't finish any of them. I played all of them for like a couple hours, and that was about it. So
gotcha. Okay.
I don't know a whole lot. I'm no cashew.
Oh, very true. Very true, actually. I wonder did they actually do a reaction? If they did, I should go check that out. But...
Batcat did, yeah. So I'm sure Cashew's reaction to Resident Evil was really good. Just like he went ballistic for the Marvel fighting game thing. So I'm like, damn, he got back to back Marvel fighting and then Resident Evil. Like he's eating good this week.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I should definitely go check that out. But oh god. Okay, so we currently have a situation over on my side a little bit. Electricity is undervolting. I do have an AVR and a UPS that is currently helping things, but you never know. So if something ever happens to me, go and check out Leo's stream, and then we'll continue from there.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't come to that, though.
Link to Leo's channel is at the top of the description in case you guys haven't been there already. But yeah, just a heads up for you guys. So, okay, is there anything else that we want to talk about before we get into this?
Maybe. What is the one thing? I mean, we've already kind of talked about it. What is the one thing you would most want to see, or like the top 2 to 3 things you would most want to see get announced?
To be honest with you, with the Marvel took on Fighting Souls being announced, being a thing that I always wanted but never thought that it could actually exist, it's kind of hard to top. Like, I was going into this looking forward to a Persona 4 remake, but I feel like it's not going to be announced here, and it'll be saved for the Xbox One, which we'll have to see later.
Yeah. I'm assuming the same.
Honestly,
I'm not sure there's anything that I would be like more excited for than that. Outside of like Custom Robo Arena coming back, which is never going to happen in one of these presentations.
Not gonna lie, it could be kind of hype if they announce like a Persona 1 and 2 remake, and you could actually play that on modern hardware with, I don't know, less annoying controls and systems.
Are they only on like PS1 right now?
I think so.
Or PSP maybe?
That's kind of the reason why it's so difficult to find any Let's Play of it, especially now, because, it's freaking impossible to play it. It would be cool, but we'll see.
It would. Yeah,
or
see
P6.
The origins of... Yeah, or Persona 6, if they stopped re-releasing the same game or remaking old games. Not that I have a problem with that, because Persona 3 Reload was like my number 2 game last year behind Astrobot, and I loved it. And I would go crazy for Persona 4 remake. So by all means, keep doing it, but like it would be cool to see something brand new too.
I definitely think remakes are kind of a mixed bag. I think they're great for games that are hard to play on modern consoles, and they just bring them back, kind of help preserve them. But I think the best way to do them is definitely to just have the classic, plus like the remake, and that being an option that you can select. So it just appeases both the people who enjoyed the original and people who want the more modern thing. But yeah,
like the
like the
tactics thing, where it's like you can switch back and forth between whatever you prefer.
Yeah, that would be super cool. But I understand sometimes it would make the game files a bit too big. It depends, really.
True. Although storage nowadays is cheaper than ever, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, and I'd also like to note that we'll probably won't be checking out the indie dev thing 1 hour at the end here. So yeah, just checking out some of the announcement for the Summer Game Fest. Probably 2 whole hours. God damn. I think
it do be hopefully 2 hype hours.
But yeah, I think that's basically about it. I believe we should just get straight into it, unless if you have something else you want to add.
No, I think I am good.
Alrighty then. So
I'm ready to start when you are.
Gotcha. We have our own copies of this open, so we're going to do a quick countdown. Hopefully, we won't be misaligned that much. Considering we live on the opposite side of the world from each other, but yeah.
Yeah, surely there's no delay in this conversation.
All right. Who shall do the countdown?
I suppose I can.
Okay. I'll try and time it like
3, 2,
1 second. Like, I'll do it on 2. That way.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do it on 1. That way it might match up better. Right.
That works.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Chat, let me know if audio is good. And also, thank you very much, Murzak, for the gifted membership.
Please welcome to the stage.
I just muted for the same reason to say that.
Damn.
Jeff Keighley.
Helping out both of us over here. Murzak, a real one. Alright, yeah, I need to... It's always so hard to figure out the volume balance between, like, a stream, a Discord call, my own voice, like...
Tell me about it. So much better in editing. But, like, you know.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
A showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming
together. This is
together
totally unrelated from this award show, but did you see Stellar Blade Nikke collab is finally announced, and the skins and the characters coming to Nikke? I'm going crazy.
I did indeed.
Thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled.
Can't wait for the Stellar Blade PC release.
Disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our
best
that's
to
like
make
it worth your while.
This coming week, I think.
On the 11th,
Over
I
the
think.
next 2 hours, we're going to give you a
you planning on getting it?
of dozens of games from studios big and small.
Nice.
I got a lot on my plate
Lego
at the
bricks
moment,
to
but I'll
puppets,
definitely play it
zombies to
whenever I
Marvel
can.
Heroes. This show has a little bit of everything, including
Zombies to
be
Marvel
watching your streams
Heroes.
brand new game announcements.
Brand new game announcements? No way.
Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game
Have you played
Discover
Repo?
Go.
Kiwi wants me to play Repo every single day, not gonna lie. And I have been resisting just based on principle. So, no.
Units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game.
I think it's kind of funny. I played it with a couple of my friends from like high school and college, and it was good, but I feel like it would be better with...
Closely trailing it is Schedule 1.
It was only 3 of us. If it was, I feel like 4.
It's inspiring that
it would definitely be funnier.
Gotcha.
Stand side by
I feel like
side
it's one of those games where the first time you play, or like the first few times you play, it's super hype.
Absolutely.
But after that, you kind of get used to it.
I feel like Lethal was kind of like that too. Like it was really fun the first few times.
Yeah.
But the more I played it, the more I was like, all right, we have like the exact same routine. Like inevitably something funny will happen, but it definitely starts to get kind of stale.
And then, if anybody's interested in trying out Inzoi, probably not yet. That game needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
And engines like Unreal,
I've seen a couple of clips from like Hololive playing it, and that's about it.
Yeah, I was gifted to it by the lovely folks over the Backcat channel. Tried it out. It's basically like a Korean Idol simulator, but they just switched it to a life simulator last second. So yeah, there's not a whole lot there, unless we want to be an idol.
Are so essential.
I mean,
These
never say
events
never.
help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big.
All right, first announcement time.
Developers broke away from AAA publishers to
Wait, you haven't had it paused while we were talking,
Today,
right?
They're a thriving
No,
independent studio
I have
of
not.
30
Okay,
creators. And what you're
because I
about
just
to
had it
see
running and I
is a
wanted to make sure I
powerful
wasn't
testament
suddenly 2 minutes
to what
ahead of you.
passion,
It
freedom,
would be
and a
kind of
small,
impossible to
dedicated
time
team
this if I paused
can
it
achieve.
like I usually do.
Let's take
So,
a
yeah.
look at our first new game announcement.
That's what I was thinking. I know that you pause in your usual reaction, so
Yep.
okay. Something spooky.
The Harbinger.
The Harbinger.
You might be.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I like the music.
Hell yeah. Another
I mean, just looking
Souls
at-
inspired. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, as soon as I look at something like this, I'm like, oh, it's another Souls game.
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon.
Were they about to dap each other up?
I think so. That's basically what would happen if you and I ever met in real life.
Exactly. One of these days.
Someday. We have some pretty interesting enemy designs, though.
Yeah. This looks like it's like third-person Doom.
Third-person Doom? Yeah, I could kind of see that.
Just like with how brutal and gory it is.
The slower movement was definitely Souls-like, though. But
That's true. Yeah, Doom is very fast.
I'm kind of intrigued to see how this goes. Oftentimes when you see a new Souls-like, it's either just a boring, lesser copy. It only really works if it ever becomes its own thing. Which here,
Right.
maybe.
Like Lies of P.
Yeah. Oh, this is the second game. I did not know there was a Mortal Shell 1.
Shell the first one. I didn't realize it was that game. I've never played it because I avoid Souls games generally, but
Gotcha.
That looked great. Well, we
think I
got
heard it was
lots more to
decent.
come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has
just said
innovated
Marvel?
with
Oh,
mass-scale
Fortnite.
live
Oh,
in-game
okay,
events.
I see.
And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star's super
Imagine
laser is charged
they're just
and
like,
ready to decimate
Marvel
the
versus
Battle
Capcom
Royale
4.
Island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first
right after
exclusive
the,
look at what you'll be part of
other
tomorrow
Marvel game.
in the
Just
brand
the-
new
Exactly.
live event,
Capcom being
Death
like, "No, I need a
Star
piece."
Sabotage.
Yeah. Also, hello chat. Hello Becky Star. Hello everybody, welcome.
Hit him with everything you've got.
hey, it's Jonesy. Jonesy, Stormtrooper, what?
Cool.
Think I saw Jonesy.
Basically
All right.
replay
Right now,
A
it
New
is an
Hope.
honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest
Yeah.
a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Of course. Jeff has to have Kojima
His
up on
best
stage every single time.
I mean, you know, I think it's cute.
Aki, great
They're
to see
such
you.
good friends. He always makes sure to
Mr.
include them.
Kojima, here we are. The
What I
World
think is
Tour
cute is that
begins at
Picora is
Summer
in this game.
Fest. It's great to have you
Yeah,
here.
I saw a screenshot of that.
So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS2, Dark Souls 2?
Well,
Uh-oh.
we hit the pandemic after we released DS1.
there any other
experienced the pandemic.
DS games other than Dark Souls and Death Stranding?
There are a
wanted to
ton of
show
DS games,
something
actually.
new,
Everything that released on the
next-gen
Nintendo DS could be
after-
considered that.
Oh my god. I should have seen that coming as soon as I started talking.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared
Exactly,
a
Oh,
special
chat.
Dead
exclusive
Space.
clip
Yeah,
for
that's a good one.
SGF.
My
Let's
best
take a
of
look at
friend,
this.
though, Kojima. All right, which famous actor is this? It's Dude.
Welcome. Have a seat.
Ohio.
Over here, please.
If this is a famous actor, I don't know.
Me neither. No smoking allowed.
No smoking, please.
Hey! Saw that one coming.
So you are Neil Varner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? For living?
I'm a porter.
Did he say a porter?
He plays walking simulators as a profession.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then.
Sorry.
Something's
Really don't
happening.
Remember me.
Yeah, it's so cryptic.
Oh, that's Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a weird rash I had since birth.
You're alive.
What?
What? What is happening? Oh, I think it's the whole slap and then hug and then love each other afterwards kind of thing going on.
That was... the slap took me out.
I mean, have you seen How to Train Your Dragon? That's basically their entire relationship.
Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil
My chat
and Lucy,
says
and we
Luca
read
Marinelli,
the trailer
Italian
back to
actor who
South by
Kojima
Southwest.
said
We
would
got
be
a little
the
bit
spitting
more
image of
here.
Solid Snake.
Tell us a little bit
Well,
more
there you
about
go.
this clip
Oh.
and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
Someone in my chat says Kojima is like M. Night on steroids.
Yeah, he's basically the M. Night for video games, that's for sure.
There'll be spoilers. But you saw the cancer mark on both of their hands. So they have this deep connection.
I don't know anything about the Death Stranding lore, not gonna lie.
And last time on
neither.
DS1, we have Cliff, who was played by Mats. And of course, by story.
I hear the first game is very
he
much
will
either
not
like
be in DS2.
you love it or you absolutely hate it, and there's no in between.
Neil will be like,
Oh, yeah.
playing
Yeah, for
like
sure.
the role that Mats did for DS2 this time.
I agree, chat.
Was a very
Honestly,
popular
every single time
character,
Kojima has showed
but I
up,
think
he's come out with the drip
we
sneakers.
have to kind
He
of
always
like
has to.
top that character. So Luca Marinelli was a great actor, and I think it was great. He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character, Neil, too. Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's
Troy
just
Baker's
say
in the game?
this is
I feel like
not
he's
the
in
last
everything.
that you've seen of Neil this
course he
weekend,
is.
and we'll leave it at that.
Yes, I'll show you the gameplay scene of Neil.
He's also in Persona 4.
Enjoy, will join us Sunday too.
Excellent.
That's
All right,
boy.
Thank you so much. Hideo Kojima,
Kanji.
everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you.
Greatest Persona character ever.
All right, and now I'd like to introduce my
That's high
co-host for
praise.
Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran
love my
games
boy.
journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic-scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy? What?
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us.
I love claiming
So the
land
Lord commands.
while Venom is helping narrate the entire thing.
But ambitious men do not listen.
Or I don't know, we could go with Bane. That could also be really
No
fun.
war,
What is this, like Kingdom Come?
but
I think
war
so,
found
yeah.
me.
I heard that was really good.
From all the people in my Discord that play it, they say that it's really good.
I became like them. I took up the sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds.
Right after I said that and you said that, Jack says in chat, no, it's not.
Once taken, I've only one enemy.
Damn.
All right, well, now we have both sides of the spectrum for thoughts on
I shall
Kingdom
find no
Come.
peace. On this road, there is only.
I felt like I heard there's a like big emphasis on realism with a lot of it, which generally isn't my kind of thing, but I kind of respect that they went for it.
But that's just my story.
Okay, I don't know if this is actually Kingdom Come.
This is not Kingdom Come. This is a completely new
he
thing.
says no, it's not, as in it's not Kingdom Come. Okay,
Gotcha.
he wasn't saying it's not good.
To be fair, Kingdom Come is already out, so
Yeah.
Chronicles Medieval. Okay.
Okay.
I'll buy this for Tom Hardy. Have him narrate everything that I do.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of
Yo, what's up,
tomorrow.
Caden?
Sonic
Leo and I are
Racing
checking out the
Crossworlds
Summer
is a
Games
thrilling
Fest.
new entry
Haven't checked out
into the
anything
legacy of
or
racing
seen
action
anything from
games
this yet,
within the
so
Sonic
here we are.
franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise
Sonic?
guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
But why does Sonic need a car if he runs faster than the car?
That's true.
Sonic is intentionally nerfing himself so that other people can feel like they could compete. I understand now. Also, Eggman absolutely based. One of the best villains ever.
I'm seeing multiple. You guys will love this. You're gonna be surprised. What the hell? They must have some crazy guest characters. I think it's all been Sonic ones so far.
What the hell? Leo, you have to buy this game on principle now.
What?
What?
Yakuza?
Are you kidding me? Oh, Joker! Yes!
Now I see why people were saying that.
Of course. What is happening, bro? I was not expecting it from this game of all games.
Right. I guess because it's Sonic and Sega, and I think Persona and
Yeah, they're all under Sega.
Yakuza are Sega ones.
Oh my
Miku seems
god.
totally out of nowhere though. Unless the rhythm games are published by Sega.
I don't know. Then again, it is Miku. He's basically at everything, so.
That's true. Well, that was great. I didn't expect any of
to be
that.
here to talk about our latest
Thought
Sonic
I'd see
racing
like
game.
some niche Sonic
Sonic
characters,
Racing
but no.
Crossworld is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Did you say another kart racing game?
Yeah. So you can race against all
I wonder what you
your
could be
friends
referring to.
across all of the platform.
That's funny.
Lastly, I have one more
Probably
thing
the Donkey Kong racing
I'd like
games.
to show everyone here today.
One more thing.
Take a look
One more
inside
crazy
of the
character.
travel ring.
It's gonna be 2B.
Oh, no. Minecraft!
Oh my
Dude, if it was
goodness.
2B, that would be crazy, but
Yeah.
that was...
Why, bro?
You know, I liked that trailer. That was good.
I guess you could say you gotta go craft.
I did, yeah, I'm not like a huge Sonic guy,
That's all I
but
want.
I did like the
Next,
Sonic
we're
racing game that I
excited
played
to
on
reveal a
PS3,
brand new
so...
action RPG from Bandai Namco
Sonic lore goes
Studios.
crazy, man.
Embark on a journey across a dark
So have you to play
Does
any
it
of the
actually?
games?
and
Oh
uncover
yeah.
a vast
Bro,
story
there is
that
so
eclipses
much to it,
time.
honestly. And the surprising depth of how the characters are written is just chef's kiss.
So check it out.
Yeah.
I wonder... Bandai Namco... Are they the ones who did like Code Vein and Scarlet Nexus and stuff?
I believe so, yes.
I wonder if this is related to those.
For some,
What the
it
heck?
heals. For others, it wounds.
Golden blood.
And for our world, it promises only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of
That
this.
music tune kind of reminded me of Twilight Princess a little bit.
If time were a
But this
weapon to
100%
wield,
seems like something Code Vein adjacent.
could you undo the sins of ruin?
The character creator in Code Vein was really good.
The characters are really good.
You could basically make like
Or maybe the next.
anyone.
Yeah.
You'll find how to save us all.
He's got a motorcycle! Let's go! Oh yeah. And you have like a kind of a similar mechanic in Code Vein. Just grab him.
Yeah, I remember that like claw thing. Wow,
Code Vein
okay,
2!
Code Vein
No,
2.
okay!
I think I got about halfway through the first one before I ended up rage quitting.
This may be the time for me to play Code Vein. I've had it in my library for so long, I have yet to touch it.
I generally enjoyed it. I just historically don't have the best patience when it comes to Souls adjacent games. I mean, I made it through
Oh.
Stellar Blade, so.
That's right. Well, I mean, Stellar Blade has pretty obvious reasons why you would play it.
How lowbrow do you think I am?
I mean, we could hang out with each other, so I feel like our vibe is kind of similar.
You know, that's true.
Is this like Little
What the heck?
Nightmares?
That thing is disgusting. It does feel like Little Nightmares, or there's another game like The Messenger or something that I feel like was like a sci-fi side-scrolling kind of thing.
I wouldn't
Code Vein
know.
is related to God Eater?
Yeah, they're in the same universe.
Huh.
Although, I think Code Vein is like set in the far future of that? End of Abyss, what is
Oh.
this?
That was a very
that seems kind of neat.
cool new game. That was End of Abyss.
But yeah, I could be wrong though. Like, I still have to play the God Eater games myself. Just saw the anime.
Action adventure game coming in 2026.
Same. I think I saw one episode of the anime. Haven't played any of the games.
We'll step into the black and white world of Rubber Hose animation.
It's actually one of like the better Monster Hunter adjacent games, from what I've heard.
By first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide.
That being said, it doesn't mean a whole lot to you, considering you don't. You're not really into Monster Hunter.
Familiar voice.
There's something rotten.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't actually played it. It's just based on everything I've seen. I don't think it would be my kind of game. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe I would be pleasantly surprised.
This style is really cute.
Yeah, I like this. It reminds me of, like, Cuphead almost.
They won't even know what hit them.
Troy Baker
again, wow.
Is that everything?
What a shot.
Yeah. Mouse PI for hire.
Another role for Troy Baker.
That seems very charming.
That's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another
Tugboat Willie
ambitious project
style,
from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Oh my god, is Game of Thrones? Yeah.
I thought the music sounded kind of familiar. Is that the Night King or something? What do they call him?
I think so.
But this is not.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't end like the show did.
It's one of those things where I watched like 2/3 of the first season, and then I got spoiled on everything from all of the other seasons, so I was like, why would I even watch it at this point? And then I heard the ending wasn't even good. And I'm like, now especially why would I even watch it at this point?
I mean, back when it was booming, you would watch it because everybody was talking about it, just so you could be a part of the conversation, but yeah.
This is your legacy.
I felt like Walking Dead was like that for its first couple seasons too. Like everybody watched it and then it quickly fell off.
Walking Dead fell off so hard.
Yeah. I was a huge fan of the comics too, so once it started deviating, I was like, and then the show really just...
And who died?
I think it went downhill after Glenn died. It was like a slow downhill, but that was like an immediate drop.
Yeah. I agree. It was... I think the first 3 to 4 seasons were the peak. Like, I really liked the intro, I really liked the prison arc, and I liked immediately after the prison, but yeah, once they... Like, Negan coming in the comics was super imposing, and I really like what they did with it, but I don't think the stuff post-Negan in the show was all that good.
Yeah.
I stopped watching, I think, around season 6, or is that when Negan...
Game of Thrones.
I'm not too sure.
It was like right before or right after that.
War for Westeros.
Oh, an RTS! Never mind.
No, that's up your alley.
Yeah.
All right,
But also,
now
it's just a
time for the
cinematic.
global reveal
No
of an
gameplay, so, like,
FPS action adventure
Yeah.
RPG.
Please.
What was that? FPS action adventure RPG? How many genres are you mixing together here?
Everything. Yes.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count a million.
Oh, I actually met Stephen Yeun, the actor who plays Glenn.
So why do we deny
Oh,
other
cool.
intelligent beings?
Fun fact. I have my picture with them.
If they were out there, they would have visited
Is
Earth.
this like Atomic Heart?
Oh, I heard that was pretty decent. It does look like that, yeah.
My answer
It's the only
is,
game with the Russian things that I can think of,
time
so.
has not come yet for this.
And those, like, robot, the, like, girl robot at the beginning.
The
This
dawn
thing.
of a new
Yeah.
era. The era of
No,
Atomic
well, there
Heart
you
2.
go.
Heart.
Yeah.
2.
What's up, Fabio? Oh god! Oh shit! Oh god! Oh, please don't do this to me! Oh god!
No, the copyrighted music, no!
Oh well, hi guys. Hopefully it is muted on stream now, but...
Oh, did you just
yeah,
cut it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring the sound back once the trailer's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. I don't have monetization for the 1,000 sub thing yet, so I'm not really concerned.
Oh, wait, did you already get 1,000 subs?
Oh, no, I haven't even unlocked it yet. I'm at like 760-ish, I think. So still a ways to go.
Gotcha. Close enough. The theme of this fest is copyright song Fiesta. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun.
Good luck, Zero.
Yeah, man.
Atomic Heart's pretty great. Jeffrey Dean Morgan did an amazing job as Negan. I would agree that even though I dropped it shortly after he was introduced, I still like would watch clips of stuff because I was curious. And I do feel like he did a good job as Negan. I think he was a good actor for the role. It was more like the story and the direction they went with it, especially with how it was deviating from the comics, that I didn't really care for.
100%. Yeah. Like, I have no complaints about the actors at all.
Yeah.
It's
Actors,
just
I
where
would
the
say, are
story
generally,
went.
like, Carl, too. Like, I mean, he was annoying as a kid, but, like, I think as he got older, he got a lot better.
Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first
Andrew
game,
Lincoln as Rick, I thought was really good.
Futuristic world on a global scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG
The Summer
elements
Goon
and player
Fest.
freedom. But that,
Well,
believe it or not, is not
Atomic
all
Heart did
from
initially
the
advertise itself with, like, the sexy robot lady, so that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
I feel like I recognize this old guy.
Cube.
The cube.
I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab.
Why did they advertise it like this, by the way?
I felt that same fear, though.
Good question.
Terrible sense of my
Here's
own
old scientist dude making a TikTok. Oh man.
Hello.
What's this armor? Lady, what are you wearing in the middle of a war zone?
Hey, that's just how armor works.
I'm not gonna complain, but
what if it was always
Jesus, that really is a Summer Goon Fest. What is this? Battle Royale? Well, why are all these ladies? It's Atomic Heart Battle Royale? Huh? The babushka too is getting in on it. The Cube in the Atomic Universe.
So this is like a side game in Atomic Heart?
Is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMO
New project.
RPG shooter set in the
MMO
Atomic Universe
RPG.
on a massive levitating cube you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving. All right, let's jump into the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro beat 'em up coming to
Well, what I was
PC
gonna
and
say is,
consoles this holiday. With
the marketing is
multiplayer
working
fun
on
for up
me.
to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only
Why would they
7 have been
advertise it like
revealed.
this?
Well,
I wonder
I'm
why.
interested. Now you know.
Rocket!
That was always the intention for the show. Oh, I didn't realize that the show was actually intended to be its own thing. I always assumed that the show was supposed to be more or less an adaptation of the comics. But I guess it makes sense if that's why they started deviating. It was because we want to tell our own story with these characters. I still have I have a physical copy of the comic, like the first edition print from the final issue. I really liked the ending in the comics.
Alright, cool beans.
I'm not really a beat 'em up kind of guy.
Me neither, honestly, but it looks neat for anybody who's into it.
What is this place?
Is this Onimusha, maybe?
I would presume so.
I know the initial reveal trailer really caught my interest. Musashi? My waifu in Fate?
Not quite. If only, man. That'd be kind of hype. I'd play it.
He was in the Fate action RPG that came out a couple years ago, one of the main characters. I was happy about that.
Yeah, Onimusha.
So keep my eye on this.
Not sure if I'd be into it, but it does look pretty neat.
Hello.
I'm sorry, but you gotta go the Atomic Heart route if you want my interest.
That was a new look at Onimusha, Way of the Sword, which we announced
That would
back
be
in
so,
December
like,
at the TGAs. It is
out of
coming
nowhere, though.
in 2026,
Especially with the style of the game.
this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project
the Muppets.
is one I've been
Okay.
tracking for a few years. As a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game
Honestly,
announcement.
chat, I knew Mega Man would be
comedic
hyped.
storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
A Muppets video game?
What? An unadoptable orphan.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got.
What is going on?
What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here?
Oh, why am I here?
Don't waste my time.
Oh my god! Oh! Man, this is so inspirational. Yo!
Atta boy. Atta boy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb
What
loaf.
the
This
frick?
thing ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking
A Rocky
Destiny all
reference.
day. Jab.
Yeah, I never would have seen a game like this coming.
Who would have? I can't even say I made a joke about this. Damn. I wonder if that was a reference to what the old boxing game was called? Punch Out? Something like that? Kind of similar camera
yeah, the
angle.
Nintendo one.
It's time
Yeah.
to see the announcement of a brand new game.
That's
in
a
Deception
neat idea.
We trust.
I don't think I'd be into it, but that seems kind of fun.
Yeah.
An ancient white
Same here.
castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the
Alright, I hate to do this, but do you mind if we pause for a brief period of time?
Sure. Pausing now. Huzzah.
Okay, I did as well. We had a big rainstorm today, and apparently some water is getting into the basement, so I need to go clean that up. But I will be back.
Roger that. Good
BRB.
luck.
Thank you. I will hopefully not take more than a few minutes.
No worries. I'll be here.
Everybody go to Zero Stream if you want to talk to somebody while I'm gone. Link to his channels in the description.
Don't worry. I have your stream open too, so just say anything in chat.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I'll be right back.
Roger that. But yeah, good luck with that. Okay. Honestly, guys, probably the most hype thing ever was the Atomic Heart announcement so far. Well, for no particular reason at all. I am not biased in my opinions. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the new Resident Evil game is going to offer, because that's like the one thing that we know is going to happen here for sure. Basement flooding bad? I can only imagine. Living over here in Thailand, we don't have basements. It's not mandatory. But I suppose in colder countries, it's kind of the thing that you need. Something was hype watching that trailer? Something, alright. That being said, I don't really know much about Atomic Heart. Maybe I should try it out at some point. I've heard the games are good, though. Kind of skeptical about them on initial release, but... And Code Vein 2 as well. I've heard some pretty mixed things, actually, from the Souls community when it comes to Code Vein. But I feel like things have gotten better over time with a lot of, like, patches and hotfixes. That being said, I still think the castle area, I don't know what it's called specifically, but I've heard a lot of complaints about that being kind of hard to navigate because everything just looks the same. Regardless, though, it's kind of an aesthetic that I enjoy, so yeah, maybe someday. Atomic Heart 1 had some issues. Gotcha. It was okay, Code Vein was okay too. It's okay. I've said this before in previous reactions, but like, the worst thing you could possibly be is okay. Regardless of the type of media that you are, a video game, a TV series, a movie, if all you are is just meh, yeah, that's nobody's gonna talk about you. All publicity is good publicity, I suppose, in that sort of aspect. But then again, I also don't want to judge it, like, based off of other people's opinions so quickly. So maybe I still will try to give it a shot, at least. We'll see. I just need more time. Bit rough at launch, but it's pretty good. Gotcha. Well, at least it got better. Memorably bad is better than okay. I think when it comes to that, there's a bit of a spectrum too. When it comes to being like bad, you can be so incredibly bad that it makes headlines and people will play you for the meme, or you can be bad in the same way that like something like Conker's Bad Fur Day was kind of bad because it's just straight up a shitpost. And in that aspect, you end up immortalizing your game to a very specific niche audience and become like a cult classic. So yeah, it's kind of a spectrum, but if you can hit the right angle at it, I suppose, then you can make your game that might not have been so great with the initial concept be remembered forever. Early Atomic Heart was buggy and my PC ain't the best. I see. Gotcha. Depending on the experience. I feel like a lot of games nowadays especially don't focus on optimization as much as they should. I'm not really sure because I'm not a programmer myself, like why that would be difficult to do. But the fact that so many of them want you to use like super high-end GPUs that most people can't really afford is kind of insane. But yeah, it is what it is. Opposite of love is not hate, is indifference. It's the worst possible thing that could happen, yeah. So shocked that the Sonic Cross Worlds is not just a name, they're taking it to heart. I'm really glad that they're pulling in more IPs to that specific game. Because I think they probably know where they stand when it comes to like racing games in that particular genre. And the competition that they have is pretty stacked. So, you know, I respect it. I respect the hustle. And honestly, it got me kind of interested in playing it. So, well, I'm already into the Sonic lore. It's just an easier step into it if you have characters that you recognize or just other IPs that you love in there too. Code Vein had the best character creator I've seen to date. I have more hours in the character creator than the game. I can see that being the case. I haven't tried it out yet, but from what I've heard, pretty good. And yeah, it's in an art style that I appreciate a lot. Russian Bioshock, kind of fun. I did play Bioshock Infinite and enjoyed it a lot, so maybe I'd enjoy it. How do you decide what videos to react to for your channel? So, essentially, Kaden, I watch things that I'm interested in, essentially. There isn't really any other criteria outside of that. It's like, oh, I really like playing Marvel Rivals. And then Serby knows that I really like playing Marvel Rivals. So then Serby suggests, hey, why don't we get into Marvel lore? And so Serby goes out and finds whatever video that they think would best introduce you to the lore, and it goes from there. And as for all the other stuff, it's really just, I'm curious about this series, so I search it up, and then I'm like, oh, this summary video is pretty good. I think I'll watch this. Well, hopefully it's good. And then check out the lore for this series. Maybe work from recommendations from there. Thanks to that, though, we found some really neat YouTubers out there, and I've been able to make some new friends. Hey, we even have a partnership with one of the channels that we randomly decided to react to. So it's been great so far. Like the OG Resident Evil and that god wonderful voice acting. I don't know anything about the OG Resident Evil except like the haunted house aspect, but I know a lot of people love it for what it is. They really don't. That's why they push frame gen and upscaling so much. The whole like fake frames conversation is kind of a can of worms that I don't want to open. But it is just very depressing seeing how Nvidia isn't emphasizing the people that made their company, essentially. All we do now is just talk about AI this, AI that. Like, but what about the consumer graphics cards? Maybe you want to make more of them and price them at a more reasonable price. But the fact that they have a monopoly on the market is just... yeah, companies gotta do what companies do, I guess. And AMD kind of fumbled. They had the win. They had the victory. But then they fumbled and did the NVIDIA thing, so... I hope Intel can make it happen. We'll see. Oh, man. At the moment, though, I'm pretty happy with the GPU that I have, so... I don't have to have any of that 50 series headache. Miku is interesting, so is Steve and Joker. The Sonic racing games usually stand on their controls and music. I'm just glad the Babylon Rogues are back. Interesting, yeah. I've never played a Sonic racing game, so I don't have any point of reference. I just heard that they were pretty good, but yeah, that's all the context I have. AMD got all the chance in the world. All they had to do was something, and they did nothing. Kind of worse than nothing. They did the exact same tactics that NVIDIA usually does, by releasing a graphics card that ultimately is going to confuse consumers, especially people who aren't into like tech and all that. So, yeah. And pricing it at a kind of unreasonable price for like an 8GB card. Thorgy talked about you guys on Blue Sky. He said you guys are cool. Really? Thorgy mentioned us? Oh, heck yeah. I gotta go check out his Blue Sky then. And Thorgy has been like so awesome with his lore videos. And just the way that he tells them and compiles all of the data in a way that actually makes sense to somebody completely new to the franchise is honestly a feat. I wish I could do that. I hope someday I will be able to. Whenever I like become an expert in any sort of lore, so I can tell other people, introduce new people to it, because there's this unique joy that you get whenever you get to learn about something new. It's the same kind of joy that I feel when I learn about a fighting game. And the complexity of it, the characters behind it. And you finally, after hours and hours and hours of labbing a particular combo, you finally land it in an actual match. It just feels so good. Oh, man. Why is my bro so small? Because he's my little bro. Because he has little bro sitting on each other's lap. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Well, the actual answer, though, is that I have so many friends that making them their actual size would kind of fill up the entire screen, so I just have everybody be tiny. I'm pretty sure Leo should be the same size as Kiwi whenever she shows up on stream. Good criteria. One of the reasons React content is popular because it's the closest we can get to playing something for the first time again. Reactor being excited is important. I 1,000,000% agree with that. The only reason I do reaction content is because I personally watch and enjoy reaction content. I know that there's like a lot of negativity surrounding that, and trust me, I've gotten plenty of comments and DMs in regards to that. But the funny thing is, all the YouTubers that I've ever reacted to have received the reactions quite positively, so it's more so just random people on the internet out there who are super unhappy with it. That being said, there are some who kind of abuse the system and don't actually say anything, which is, yeah, that's a no-go for me personally. Like, if you're not providing anything or actually learning anything, then what's even the point, right? But, yeah, you can 100% tell when a reactor is just kind of doing something for the sake of doing it, as opposed to actually being interested in it. So ever since I started the channel, that was kind of the thing that I made sure I would never do, is that I would never check out anything that I wasn't personally super into. Or if there was a particular series that I was just, it was just really wasn't clicking with me, I wouldn't force myself through it. That being said, there are plenty of series here on the channel that I haven't gone back to yet in quite a while. Like thinking of Battletech. Or SCP. It's been a very long time since we did an SCP video. I'm not like out of love with those series. It's just more a matter of time. Just biding my time until the next video. So yeah, hang in there, dudes. You know what would be a feat? Showing feet? Of course you would say that, Arthur. I expect nothing less from you.
That was a hell of a line to come back in here.
Perfect timing, Leo. Welcome back.
You know what would be a feat? Showing feet. Like I literally sat down like 10 seconds before that, just put my earbuds in, and then boom.
Well, you know, we do be freaky like that here on the Legit Weebs channel. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
This is true.
All right, we getting straight back into it?
Yeah, what's your timestamp right now in the video?
37 minutes and 2 seconds.
Okay. I'm at 37:05, so let me rewind 3 seconds.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Digimon lore. I might play Cyber Sleuth, not gonna lie, after the new Digimon game announcement. So, yeah, look out for that. We'll see.
Oh yeah, what was the new one? Time Stranger or something? Did that catch your eye?
Yeah, it did. I mean, it kind of looks like Persona gameplay, but with Digimon. Like, I'd be down for that. Yeah.
Survive is the one you dropped, right? And that was like, was that just a visual novel, or what was the gameplay in that?
Okay, Digimon Survive was a visual novel. There was like turn-based strategy gameplay there. Something similar to like a Final Fantasy Tactics, I would say. That part was kind of interesting, but the reason why I dropped it was because the characters were just really annoying to me. They did a lot of nonsensical things, and I feel like the translation was also not the greatest. I mean, we have this meme on the channel where we talk about like making like a bread truck and hauling buns, and that was a line from that game. It was like probably not the most ridiculous line there, but it was definitely the most memorable.
That's a funny one.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. There are some good memories there, but I just wasn't super into it. Hopefully I'd be more into Cyber Sleuth or Digimon World Next Order, I think is the game. So yeah.
Yeah, no point forcing yourself to play a game you're not liking, especially on stream. Like,
oh yeah, there's no point, and nobody's gonna enjoy watching that.
Exactly. If you're not having fun and people can tell you're not having fun, then it's just like so awkward. I've definitely seen streams where like the streamer is just straight up not having a good time, or they're so mad at the game that like, you know, a little bit of tilt I think can be funny. Like, I'm no stranger to getting tilted in streams, but like if you just carry on and on and on with it, it definitely moves past being kind of funny to like, this is just awkward and uncomfortable and I wish you would stop.
Yeah. And honestly, I agree with Becky Star here. Same message applies even when you're not streaming. If you're not enjoying a game, there's really no point to it. Games should be fun. They shouldn't be a chore to get through.
Back in the day, I like with anime, I was on Team No Drop, is what they called it, which is if I started an anime, I had to finish it, no matter how much I didn't like it. I think at some point after watching God knows how many anime I wasn't super into, I was like, why? I only have so much free time in my life, especially now that I work like a full-time job and I only have after work to like stream or play games or watch anime. Like, why would I force myself to watch something that I'm not having fun with? So now it's like, I'm very liberal with drops. Like, if I don't like something in the first episode, like, I don't even give it the 3-episode rule. If it doesn't catch my interest in the first episode or two, it's gone. Like, done. Next anime.
Yeah, I can understand that being a little bit of a shame because there's 100% going to be a few shows that you drop for the first episode, even though they get super good later on. But like,
if it's
time
like,
investment.
If I hear people saying like, "Oh, it gets really good in episode 4," and it's a 24-episode series, I'll probably give it until then. But if it's like, you know, One Piece or something where it's like, "Oh, it gets really good at the end of this arc in episode 74," I'm like, I'm not watching 74 episodes, man. Like, I don't care how good it is. I'm not giving it 74 episodes before it starts getting good. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Understandable. And honestly, this might just be a part of growing up too. Like, we just have less time.
Yeah.
Gotta work. Gotta pay bills.
For sure. I've come to that conclusion all too often recently.
No.
I yearn for the days of college where I would sleep in until 10 or 11 and then go to class for a couple hours and then just come back and watch anime and play games for 5 hours.
Honestly,
those were the days.
It was kind of awesome. Like, just that middle point between becoming an adult and still being a kid and having a ton of free time.
Exactly. It was like the perfect mix of I'm old enough to kind of be on my own and do what I want, but I'm not old enough to like have all of the IRL job and taxes and healthcare responsibilities. So
this is why you guys watch VTubers. We'll slap you with a little bit of reality before getting back to the Game Awards. All right, man.
Oh, man. All right. You want to count us back in this time?
Sure thing. I am starting the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Divided yet bound.
Beautiful. That was a god tier countdown.
I trade for my countdowns daily in front of the mirror, so I'm glad that it worked out. Killer in.
I'll get to the point.
Oh, is this gonna be like a murder mystery? Oh, never mind.
No, everybody's just straight up murking each other. They say murder mystery, but like,
Kill someone.
No!
Yeah, it didn't really look like it. What? She just high-fived her. What happened?
The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits.
Okay, I mean, I really like Clue and murder mystery stuff, so if this is like a multiplayer murder mystery, where it's like mixing together Clue and like Among Us or something,
but there's so much more to this game.
That could be fun.
This is 100% a streamer game.
Buy items with the gold you earn, loot chests for weapons and armor, steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps, discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or
Deception
death.
We trust.
Your
bro.
invitation awaits.
I will definitely have to keep my eye on that.
That was Killer in a
I agree, chat. Among Us with more steps.
Square Enix, where you compete in a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mystery surrounding
don't like when games get announced too early. Like, if a game is announced, I want it to come out within a year of when it's announced.
From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
But I get it, you know, investors, all that. Still, though.
True, yeah. They want to see people be excited for the trailer to feel like, okay, yeah, it's worth continuing to give you money, but...
Exactly.
At the same time, it's like, well, if you release it too early and then you have to keep delaying it, or release the trailer too early and keep delaying it, and then you lose hype and interest, it's like, wow.
That's why there's so many cinematic trailers. Like, we don't care about it, but they can't show gameplay because it's not finished yet, so what else are they gonna do?
I like cinematics if it's like a sequel to an established game or series, because then it's like, okay, like, I liked the original, I know how it plays, I'm excited to find out there's a sequel and it's introduced with the cinematic.
Yeah.
I'm more okay with that, but if it's something brand new, like, I'm gonna want to see gameplay.
Yeah, man. Look at all this neat gameplay. I don't know if we're even gonna get a release date that's anywhere near now. October 30th.
Oh,
okay.
4 months.
Gameplay?
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, that trailer and the
is
music were
coming
kind of cool,
October
but yeah, I
30th,
want to see some gameplay.
2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC
the
in
Dune
just
one,
a
yeah.
few days on June 10th.
I am very
but you can
concerned.
play it right now in Steam Advanced Access. Here is a brand new look.
Concerned as in you don't think it's going to be good?
I feel like any new MMO will always have the hurdle of trying to beat the other ones that are already established and people are super invested in.
That's true.
So if you don't have anything like super cool, revolutionary, that would make people want to quit their game to play this one.
I think MMOs and Battle Royales are like the two hardest to have any notable impact because the existing ones are so big for both of those. I still haven't seen the Dune movies, but I heard they're pretty good.
Same here. I know that the books inspired so many sci-fi series that I enjoy, or concepts that I enjoy, but yeah, still have yet to see them. That's a interesting way to salute.
A knife? Yeah, right. Wow, refusing to?
Oh my god.
It's not gonna go over well. You're supposed to make friends.
He's the one to join the Imperial Forces. Never mind, I think he went to join the Imperial Forces. This is like you and your hubby playing the MMO together, and your hubby wants to join the other faction. So now you're at war with each other.
I liked the not even remotely discreet way that they had their statues get pulled apart by the sand dunes.
I mean, you know, cinematography, visual language.
Yeah. I mean, I like stuff like that, but it's funny when you just see some of like the really typical ones that like when you have two characters who are framed in a way with like some straight object between them to show that there's like a divide or a gap in some way. Like in anime, they do it a lot with like a light post on a street, like two characters on the opposite sides, where it's like, oh no, there's a divide now.
Yeah, yeah. Some of it can be kind of corny, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, 86, but that was a really good one for like visual imagery.
Oh boy. You don't want to know my opinion about 86.
You don't like it?
My actual complaint was the cinematography in 86, with it just being so freaking blatant with everything. Like the exact thing that you were talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, they did have some really obvious ones. There was a little bit of an overabundance of train track related ones.
Bro,
like,
exactly.
Going back to that.
And then you had the crosswalk one, and then you had the loss of innocence with the flowers. Come on. I think
there was one. It was like Shin, I think, the main guy. He was like, I think he had just executed somebody, and then there was a dialogue where it's like, he's called the Angel of Death, and he was standing in front of like a statue that had wings, so it looked like the wings were coming out of his back, and I was like,
okay.
If they didn't have the dialogue happen at the exact same time, that might have been cool to pick up on it and be like, oh, I see what they did there.
100%.
But
that's
when
what you should do.
Exactly with the dialogue, it's like, oh.
Yeah,
making
right.
it really obvious when you say it at the same time.
Exactly.
What remains of our broken worlds.
You're just doubling down on it, which you don't need to. And good cinematography is when people aren't talking about the cinematography, but they understand it.
Awaits.
Right. That's fair.
Chrono Odyssey.
Did you finish it, or did you drop it before?
Ooh. I did finish the first season, but even before I watched the show, I guessed the entire plot for the second season right off the bat. So I didn't watch any of it.
That's fair.
Never forget Michael's.
This is probably, I forget which version, 2.4.
Just as he once came to me.
Oh, is this one of the Hoyo games?
Oh no, this is a Kuro game. PGR devs.
What happened while I was out? So I hear you're looking for someone?
Maybe they'll show Cartethia and Lupa here.
People here despise
I mean, they already did, but yeah, there you go.
I never doubted that you'd end up here. I'm really curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
Yeah, woo. Never played it.
A rat in the vest.
I don't know. I mean, you are into the gacha games. It's one of the few that I still play, at least. But yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that you play it.
Yeah, a little bit. I played this in ZZZ.
I see. The Gunner one.
Of course, why wouldn't I?
I mean, it's not as Gunner as like Nikke, but...
Don't come
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I already have... So I play FGO, Azure Lane, Nikke, Blue Archive. So I'm already at 4. And then I'm going to play the Persona one when it comes out the end of this month.
Jeez.
So I feel like 5 is pretty...
yeah.
I can't really fit anything else in at that point.
Everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
Whenever you see something like this, you always wonder how long it took for any single frame of animation.
Yeah, I think the handcrafted stuff is super cool. Like, artistically, I really, really like that.
Ooh, 2-player co-op.
Games like that.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me.
Come on.
stop motion, I feel like, makes whatever media immortal. Because, like, if you go back and look at the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, that thing is still a classic. Like, it is so good.
Signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country. The
I honestly don't think I've seen it.
What?
From the team at Hangar 13.
Bro, you have to go
like
watch
I know
it.
of it. I've seen clips of it, but I just don't think I've actually watched the full thing.
Here is the Summer
Damn.
Game Fest trailer.
Watch it for Christmas or something. Give yourself a reason to. It's good.
I do like to watch a new, like, every Christmas season, my family kind of has a tradition of, like, watching a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve. I'll have to pitch that for one of the years.
I work here. My friends, my family.
I don't know if you've seen it. There's a really good animated one called Claws, like with a K. K.
I have. Yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
Teach them all this.
Is this the new Mafia game?
I would presume so.
Remind them of their obligations.
It's by 2K, right?
This is between
us
and
Yeah.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
Mafia, the old country or something.
This is how he wants it. This is
My heritage. I'm half Italian. My ancestors were doing this.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
To me, how have you not watched Nightmare Before Christmas? I know I'm a heathen.
It became our business.
I never played any of the Mafia games. I've heard good things, but it's still another series that I haven't checked out before.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
Yeah. Pre-order now and get horse, I guess?
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this
No,
next
what?
The
game.
horse armor?
Lego
The horse
Voyages
armor,
captures
no!
the creative, hands-on spirit of classic Lego play and will also support a friend's
Well, I like
pass,
Lego games.
just like
They don't
Split
churn them
Fiction.
out like they
Here's
used
the
to.
first ever look.
Actually, yeah, kind of true. You felt like a new one released for any new, like, popular series out there.
Yeah.
Basically in the same year, sometimes.
Two-player call? Alright. I like Lego a lot. And Annapurna publishes some pretty good stuff. I think they published Outer Wilds, which I loved. They published Lorelli and the Laser Eyes, which I really liked.
You play as, like, the one... So they go block Lego pieces? Oh, then you build. This could get really trippy.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a neat idea, actually.
Yeah, I like this. I mean, I grew up with Legos, so I'm like super nostalgic for anything related to it. Like the Lego movie, unironically, one of my all-time favorite movies.
I have yet to
watched
see
it
it.
like 3 or 4 times. Oh no! You're breaking my heart.
Sorry, I haven't watched a whole lot of anything related to Lego. Or honestly played any of the Lego games.
No, that's fair. Lego Star Wars is really good. Lego Lord of the Rings is really good too. Lego Batman's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard they are good. Cool. This one's neat. I like it.
Hello, Summer Game Fest. I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dials of Destiny.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Sandy, right?
Oh, that was Sandy, yeah.
Okay. I didn't recognize her.
Was I supposed to recognize her?
Until she did the voice, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A brave and wise and powerful and ridiculous.
I think, didn't they remake, like, Battle for Bikini Bottom or something, and it's supposed to genuinely be, like, a pretty solid game?
That, I'm not sure on, but not gonna lie, the SpongeBob games have kind of been solid. Despite, you know, what people would expect. What the frick? Okay. Oh, this SpongeBob game.
I didn't expect medieval SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Magic Big End. What isn't that magic thing? Fairy Odd Parents though? Is that like a crossover?
Almost 2 years
Potentially.
since first stepped into the
Might be a
role of
Nickelodeon
Geppetto's
thing.
Puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion of Lies of P that transports players
there's
back
been a lot
in
of hype
time
for
with
this.
new characters,
Oh yeah,
new
yeah.
environments, and of
I
course,
think I've heard
those
about
enemies
this
and
when I was in
Here's the exclusive
Discord.
look.
One of my members was playing it.
I bet Cashew went pretty crazy for this as well.
This definitely seems like Cashew's Summer Games Fest. There hasn't really been anything yet for either of us, I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, outside of the Lego thing that kind of caught my eye, like, it's been a lot of like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. I heard of that before.
Yeah. Which, like, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything. It would really have to be like a big third-party announcement because Sony just did the State of Play.
Yeah.
Nintendo isn't doing a Nintendo Direct, but they just released Switch 2, so I doubt they're in this. Xbox is doing their own thing tomorrow, so, like, I mean, the big three are accounted for, so it would just be any major third-party games.
Well, maybe they're saving the hype for the Xbox, so we'll see.
Yeah. I liked the one last year, how it was just like non-stop trailers. Like, that was good. Actually, I think they announced Expedition 33.
Oh yeah, they did.
The, Xbox last year.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure I was there with you, actually.
Saw the release day.
Yeah.
Available today. Oh, is he upset because
yeah,
he has so much else that he's already excited for this month?
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Overture is
no.
available today across
But yes, you
all
were.
platforms
Last
to
year, I
play,
think we
so
had a
enjoy
bunch of
this
people
weekend.
watching it. It's like
All right,
you, me, Kiwi,
Next up, the small video game
Serbia,
publisher
Oblivion.
Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah,
shared this
because
game
I
with me
just
a few months
remember
back with a
I was
DM
talking
that
about
said,
how like neat it
Doki
looked.
Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill.
Excuse
That
me?
piqued my interest.
What the
I think
heck?
you might get a kick out of this announcement too.
Okay, I mean, I liked Doki Doki and I really liked Silent Hill.
Nothing bad will happen here.
This poor girl. Yeah, surely nothing bad. What's this creepy whispering?
My plate's full. Plates of food. Plates of tomatoes.
Is this what? Deadpool when he had the three voices in his head?
Plates of her legs.
Of her legs?
Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates and plates.
Ooh.
The garden is lush and green.
Plant XXXXX. Oh yeah, okay.
Time remaining.
Don't look.
Obey her mouth? What the heck is going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm assuming horror game, but with cutesy art style.
Hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed.
Okay, that's kind of interesting for me.
With a much more psychological aspect to it, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I hope the execution is good. Horror games fumble so
Yeah,
easily.
that's gonna be the big thing.
Yeah,
It's hard to do a good horror game.
for sure.
All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore
Wait.
and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on
Oh
Steam. and
no.
Blade and Soul
Please
Heroes.
don't show this to me. You're gonna hurt me. God. Blade and Soul was so good. What did you do to it? Oh. NCSoft, why?
They added cute girls.
Sure. Sure.
I don't know anything about Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul was so good. Until it wasn't. And then they made the second game. They made Neo, and then they added autoplay. Like, what's even the point anymore?
Is this still the same game?
No, new one. take it they ruined it. NCSoft doing NCSoft things.
That looks like turn-based Genshin right there. Oh, it is
what
still
the frick? No! Get this off my screen! What have you done? NCSoft is basically like, don't you guys have phones? You like mobile games, right? Yeah! We'll make Blade and Soul mobile games. Nobody cares.
What is this, Kaiju number 8?
One Punch Man?
One Punch, isn't it?
Yeah! It's the final boss from Season 1.
Yeah.
But also, wasn't there the guy from... Yeah, isn't this Dungeon Fighter Online? I guess they're doing a crossover.
Saitama.
Yeah.
I mean, adding Saitama to any game is questionable since he is literally canon. Nobody can ever beat him, so...
Saitama punched him so hard he got isekai. No, it's Crystal of Atlan.
Crystal of Atlan? What is that?
That's a new gacha game. I haven't heard the greatest things about it, though. Is this the Seven Deadly Sins gacha game?
I assume so. So we're just in, like, the gacha section?
I guess so. Look, Seven Deadly Sins with a budget? No! No! I feel so bad for the Seven Deadly Sins fans.
Yeah.
The show was
I
not
haven't watched any
in
of it, but like the change from season 2 to 3,
drastic.
From what I've heard, is like, oh.
The most epic fight was a bunch of PNGs. I think the universe is cool though, and they have some neat lore to go around, so, you know, this makes sense. I hope that it's good.
As do I. I'm sure Oblivion will play it if it is.
Oh yeah, I know a few people are gonna want to see me play this.
Got a lot of Seven Deadly Sin fans in the chat.
I don't know if in my community, but both Kane and Oblivion, 100%. Oh god, they're actually showing the Infinity Nikki. Everybody has girl caught in that game already, alright? Let it die. Jeez.
Human Creator is now fully
yeah, that most recent big update they pushed out was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN. It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
Gotta play this.
Will be exclusively on
you do, it's so good. I think I'm pretty close to the end now, like 2 streams maybe.
We find a way. We altered the
Jurassic Park
of nature.
Nani?
Genetic
Jurassic
New
Park,
DLC.
what is this? Maybe the strategy game? Yeah, either
now
DLC or a third one. I think they're on the second one, right?
Yeah.
To nurture what we have set.
I have the game.
Evolution?
Yeah.
Find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life find a way.
Life finds a way, indeed. Evolution 3?
Oh, it is a new one.
Bro, I haven't even streamed Evolution 2 yet. Come on! God damn it.
I think I got like the game and all DLC bundle from the Humble Bundle or something.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, were baby dinosaurs not a thing in Evolution 2? Ah, and that's why they had the Life Finds a Way line. Gotcha.
10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight.
Oh.
Today,
Okay.
I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower. Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
Very confident.
This looks cool. Especially for the retro fans.
Yeah. I always appreciate some good chiptune style music.
Oh yeah, there's a certain charm to it for sure that you don't get with modern music.
Yep.
So is this like a character that shows up in Shovel Knight? And she's like a side character getting her own game?
This is a special one. Our next game
I
comes from a
actually
well-known
haven't played Shovel
developer
Knight.
that
I'm
has
not
done
sure.
Same here. What the?
Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're going to do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, Wade.
Oh my god.
All right,
Okay.
let's take a
on the
look.
lips.
Is that a new Deadpool game?
That's funny.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the
Of course, this a MetaQuest game. What?
In the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience.
Okay.
Oh, hi, new friend. Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly.
Cool, I
and
guess, for anybody into the VR games.
Oh, hi, don't worry.
Yeah.
He's a
And
fascist.
Deadpool.
He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick.
VR is one of those things that like I always get excited for, and I think it's really cool to like I have a VR for PlayStation, so like I love Beat Saber, I've played Resident Evil VR, like it can do really cool and fun things, but like
All your dreams
it just doesn't
come true in VR.
ever like what's the word I'm looking for?
Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit. I'm craving Korean barbecue.
You know, fair point.
It's Insomniac, and I get this shit. That's such a good line.
Oh man.
I don't know. Like I think it's cool, but like it hasn't evolved beyond being like, oh, this is cool for like an hour or two, and then I go back to like normal
Of a
games.
decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival
Oh,
horror.
this is like the
Let's
Dying
take a
Light
look at
spinoff.
the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
The Beast or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of those lines. I mean, look neat? From what I remember last time we saw it.
Yeah. Never got around to playing the second one.
He's a narcissistic sociopath.
Never got around to playing the first one.
He's experimenting on humans with the lab rats.
I didn't finish it, but I liked what I played.
Cool.
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
High fidelity. Destroy your graphics card. We will.
Yes.
Look at that. Looks like a beast.
They have weapons now?
The zombies are smarter. They now do parkour as well.
Holy moly.
Wow, can't wait to not play this. I'm excited for you, Chad.
Fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do.
So I guess this was the zombie game they were talking about during the beginning. I mean, sure.
Probably.
I hope it's good for the... Oh, what is this franchise called? Dead by Daylight? No. Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Dying Light fans, I'm sorry. It's a Daylight, bro. Same thing. Adjacent thing.
Kyle, E&F is an old chemical factory south of the city. The Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
Cool. Good luck with that.
Good luck, man. Oh, hey.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic
kind of bored of
coming-of-age
zombies as
films that
enemies.
capture the
Fair
highs
enough,
and
honestly.
lows of
I kind of feel that.
adolescence, the bonds of friendship and the nostalgia of growing up.
I kind of have nostalgia for Killing Floor 2, though. That was fun to play with friends.
And this is your exclusive new look.
Killing Floor. Yeah, I played that a little bit back in the day.
To teenage memories.
I heard the third one was,
What are we
did it release and it got panned, or did it get delayed, or what?
Interesting question. I don't know. I just know a lot of people don't really enjoy it that much.
I know at the very least it got delayed on consoles. I'm just not... Oh, you know what it was? They had a beta, and it went over really poorly, so they delayed the whole game.
Ah, I see.
Which I guess is good. They didn't just like push ahead. They were like, all right, we're actually going to respond to this and revamp stuff. But
yeah, I don't know. I remember back the Killing Floor was just kind of mindless fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Experience a retrospective like no other.
Hey, this game feels like it's the type of game for the Life is Strange fans out there.
Yeah. One last night cure. I love the cure.
Actually, wait a minute. Ah, fuck. Hopefully none of this is copyrighted. If it is, then this is cut out from the VOD.
Experience it for yourself.
No.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Sure.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns.
Some interesting looking characters.
Cute girls and then giant dog and fishman.
There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
I feel like I recognize the VA.
Gorgeous. Take this. And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await.
I don't know what this could possibly be. Potentially a new IP, but it looks neat, I suppose.
Yeah, I like the art style.
Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
All right, cool.
3 months out.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
How would you pronounce FN as the last name?
No peace.
Just
Good question. I wouldn't even attempt it.
The hunt isn't over.
I feel like it's just got to be Finn, but with I don't know.
I'd presume so.
For a solo dev's first game, this looks pretty good.
The hallway scene, obviously. Super famous from, I forget what the Korean movie was called. Well, definitely one of the best action scenes of all time. This definitely feels like
Korean
Sifu, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Slightly different art style.
Oh, yeah, Jack just mentioned Sifu, too.
I think the Korean movie was called something like Old Boy or something like that.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I recall watching like an essay on that particular production for that and how many times they had to redo the hallway scene. It was intense. There's just one long shot of the dude fighting like 20 or so guys in one hallway.
Oh, man.
Choreography was insane.
I like the one-shot stuff.
Yeah. Old Boy, yeah. Old Boy is just so good, man.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier.
Another beat 'em up game?
Like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
The vegans.
The vegans?
I always knew they would take over. Oh,
Scott Pilgrim.
Okay. Gotcha. I have not seen, was it the movie that came out? Yeah. I don't know too much about the series.
Old. There was an anime a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one either.
I liked the anime, but I feel like the anime is better if you've seen the movie and or read the comic beforehand.
Gotcha.
Because, like, it's its own story, but, like, without delving into details, it definitely helps if you've seen other stuff.
Okay. Whenever I check it out,
though. I like the movie and the anime.
Gotcha. Oh, what? Piranha plants. Scott Pilgrim EX.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in
I think
EX. You'll battle through space
also
time.
quite like Scott Pilgrim, so
Toronto,
another
Scott,
win for Cashew.
And 5 of their
Hey,
former
Canadian.
rivals in this
Makes
online
sense.
4-player co-op adventure.
Yeah.
With a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian
I haven't
Lee
seen the Daredevil TV show, but I do remember the hallway fight scene.
Special message
Select
from
this to that.
Maggie
That was also
Robertson,
cool.
TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Is this the new Resident Evil finally?
Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So
I feel like they'll probably end with it.
We've slashed
Okay.
the price to be
I
lower
bet
than
that'll
ever
be the
for
biggest
your
thing.
simple little
They've slashed the price.
Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's
I can't
plenty
believe the
more
voice
fun
actor
to
isn't
go
as thick
around.
as the actual Dimitrescu.
Now
I've been
cease
lied
this
to.
foolishness and make your decision wisely.
Oh, it is a sale. What do you know?
Oh yeah, that's right. Marvel vs. Capcom was on sale, which is kind of funny after the whole Tokon announcement. But yeah. You know, this game understands what I want.
Oh my god, what are these angles?
I believe it's a Korean MMO, so yeah, that makes sense.
It's Descendant, okay.
There was some not so great things about this game on release. I think they fixed it right now, but yeah. Welcome to Korean MMOs, people.
Since
Haven't tried it out
the
yet,
dawn of
but
time,
maybe someday.
Humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
Excuse me. Okay, I know at least this music is. I don't know.
Now,
something is happening.
Dude, Hank, what is even going on?
This is just cause. Just
zombies, animals, people, cars, giant robots, heads on pikes. What the hell is
scum?
Yeah, that makes sense. I say that, but like, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It just makes sense because none of it does.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I kind of agree with chat. Kind of a Rust wannabe.
Yeah.
I don't know if people would be into this, not gonna lie. It looks crazy. It would appeal to a particular type of... Is that Mad World? Not sure. I don't know a whole lot of IOI games, except Hitman.
Oh, I think this is a different studio.
Yeah.
It's like a brand new studio.
Gotcha. There's tons of leaked gameplay out. The story is meh. Gameplay is extremely basic. Sag. Mind's Eye. Hitman X Mind's Eye. All right. All right.
Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mind's Eye when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners.
Oh, name of the song is
And
Mad World. Okay.
You may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week.
Oh yeah, the James Bond game.
This week we finally revealed 007 First Light.
I wasn't too sure on this, but I've heard some good things from the comment section from James Bond fans, so I hope it's good.
But we want to make the wait more
Yeah,
exciting.
I hope it's good for Bond fans.
We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris.
I don't know, I heard people cheer, I guess. They recognize him? I don't know.
I don't know anything about Bond, so I have no idea if that's like a big character.
Maybe like a villain from one of the movies.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Newcomer, Mr. Smith, no. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Villain from the first Daniel Craig.
That's fine. Oh.
Daniel Craig Bond movie, gotcha. I haven't seen any of them, not gonna lie.
Unexpected way.
Yeah, I've only seen
our
one.
Players waited a long time for 007 First Light.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
young
around the
Mads
corner,
Mikkelsen.
Coming out next year.
Oh.
However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh my god! He's here! What's up?
I guess he gets asked to like choke people a lot when they take pictures with him. So, like I saw a big compilation of people who like met him at conventions and stuff, and they all just ask him to choke them.
Oh my god.
And you know, this is a
I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So
that kind of feels like anybody at like a comics con who was cosplaying the guy from JJK, and then the girls are like, "Yeah, hold me by the back of my hair."
Like, oh yeah.
Nanami, I think his name was. Yeah.
Behind the desk, he is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
Do you think Mads Mikkelsen plays video games?
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players.
I'm going to lean towards no, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Skills, and the mission will be
I'm going to lean towards he's top 100 in Fortnite.
Ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something out.
Definitely plausible.
I would love to see that.
So I guess it is not just about the shot; it's about the bluffing around.
But he's not acting; he's just grinding.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
The Shifu is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow! All right. Well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
Nice.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan,
now you too could destroy Mads Mikkelsen.
Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
having me.
so much.
Thank you. Great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year.
Let's go,
Lego
party.
Fans made with over 1 million Lego bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
A Lego party game.
Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for Lego Party!
Get ready
for a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest.
This looks like Mario
This
Party.
is Mario Party, but Lego,
Will
yeah.
you be helped by friendly krakens?
Or hindered by evil monsters?
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini-games, Ted?
Yep, this is just Mario Party with Lego. Okay, I'm into it.
More than 10.
Cool.
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot.
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow! We've got all that and more in...
That's a great question, Chad. How good will it be at ruining friendships, though? We need to know. What is the friendship ruining meter at?
The ultimate test of a party game.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
Okay. Just the way that creature is just flying through space with just like the calmest face ever is just hilarious to me. Blank stare. Is this another licensed slot? Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
You're getting killed today.
Bruh, like, this VOD is gonna be cut up so much, man. I'll just let YouTube deal with, like, when I should cut things out. Just let them handle it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Like in the studio where it's like, there's a song from this to this. Then you just hit the delete
Yeah, just hit edit.
Or mute it,
cut
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just missed
Jesus
Sonic
Christ.
Shuffle. What's Sonic Shuffle? Is that a Sonic party game?
Team behind the Guacamelee series, and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more.
Yeah, they're trying to
Day of the
assassinate
Devs
me.
right
I'm not
after the
even
show,
Mads
but for
Mikkelsen.
now,
Wrong guy,
here is
dudes.
the global reveal of Blighted.
Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who
This is some epic voiceover.
saw the lives they lived.
Yeah.
And passed their knowledge to future generations. Until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this
Brains.
blight. You harbor it too, I see.
Okay. Another one of these roguelike games.
I do like this. What do they call it? Is it isometric? Is that the view or something?
I think so, yeah.
I like that style.
Should you fall,
I think it's cool.
pray the vultures
I don't
consume
know
you
if it's for me, though.
before the blight does.
That's definitely
Blighted.
fair.
Hades really started something? Yeah. Hades' popularity
More
is
Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs.
reviving
All right,
this genre.
Next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and
Team
Armenia.
Clout.
They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Man, I sure do love that in my video games.
Clout is an interesting.
I can't get over the name, not gonna lie.
Name.
Hi. We really were going for all the zombie games, weren't we?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Thanks for that. Oh. Hope that guy had been missing a part.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, if this actually is gameplay, this looks pretty cool, but
Yeah.
not for me. For anybody into like the zombie horror survival genre, this kind of might be like a dream game. One would hope.
What the?
Bro's a Terminator.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's some pretty interesting designs going on with the monsters too.
Yeah, I'm pretty intrigued by. Oh my Jesus.
Look at him go. It's just a little guy. Oh man.
I'm intrigued by that. Oh, Mecha Break. This looks cool when I saw it earlier.
Most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game,
Wait,
you
was it an
explore a
FPS?
sci-fi universe
Like-
and pilot powerful mechs with
Or Mecha
immersive
Break?
aerial and ground combat. As a top
I
wishlist
mean, was it like a
players
multiplayer
are
thing?
clamoring to know
Yeah, I'm
just
pretty sure it's a
one thing.
multiplayer thing.
When is the release
Oh,
date?
no.
Well,
That's
here's
gonna kill
Mecha
my
Break's
interest.
latest trailer with the
No.
answer you've all been waiting for.
Also, I'm sorry if anybody hears a clicking noise in the background. My electricity is finally giving up.
No. We're getting close to the end, aren't we? Yeah, we're only 27 minutes left.
No. Hold on.
Okay, I like this
Oh
song.
wait. Wait a minute. This song, is it copyrighted? No.
It
Please
feels
no.
like a Hiroyuki Sawano kind of song.
I would hope not.
It's gonna have a big drop. I can feel it.
Oh god. I'm gonna leave it at hope.
Yep, there's a solid drop if I ever heard one.
Well, yeah, 100%. Oh, well. Spawn wasn't gonna survive unscathed anyways.
Just had a jump scare, what happened?
Praise the machine spirit, stream survives. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pray after this. Pray to the YouTube gods that they don't punish me. I might actually try this though. Like, it does look really cool. And I mean, I did play a little bit of Snowbreak. I think there was a beta before. It's the only gameplay I saw there was cool. This is the singer behind Fate Strange Fakes OP. Ah, cool.
Oh, maybe that's why I thought it was Sawano then, because Sawano did do the Fate Strange Fake.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Sawano has a very clear style, and this is 100% his style. So yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be anybody
That's
else.
True. In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
What did they say? Infinite decibels?
I don't know. Decimals?
Mechanicals approaching.
Something Desi. It's a bug man.
Berg.
We must now face a stark
Infinitesimals.
Oh.
Interesting.
Industrial
it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something.
The visuals kind of remind me of the movie Epic. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. Not gonna lie.
What movie?
It was simply titled Epic.
I don't think I know it.
Yeah. Pretty obscure one.
Some epic music for
whatever
being a bug.
Yeah.
We find a way.
This is like Bug's Life, but Halo. Yeah, it's a movie with the tiny elves.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know
Pokemon.
very well. Please check this out.
That looks very Pokemon.
Happy birthday to you.
Resident Evil. Here we go.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I'm glad Happy Birthday isn't copyrighted anymore.
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。
Yeah, better have it ready than release unfinished.
よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Definitely.
I need a glass of wine too.
I guess not. Well, yeah, we're saving that for the very end, probably.
Yeah.
We're just talking about it.
Like a fake out.
Yeah.
To share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a
I bet you live this was like a tease.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, Resident Evil? Ah,
we're
dang,
not getting the actual trailer.
Announce it soon.
And then they'll drop
oh,
it.
Shit, they're actually showing a trailer.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
A WWE game? What is
Sounds
this?
like Call of Duty Zombies.
It kind of did, yeah. What the heck? Oh! Street Fighter? This is really how you're gonna announce this? What? What is this? Is bro okay? He's gone through it.
Yeah, he's So are these like the new DLC characters or something?
Yeah. I know it's the guy who's like a Muay Thai fighter. That's all I know. So yeah, definitely. There you go, Street Fighter. He even have the stage too. Cool. New characters to learn. Whenever I get into Street Fighter.
Yeah. You got your hands full with a few fighting games already.
Quite a few. And already one booked for next year.
Yeah. It's gonna be a day one for you without a doubt.
100%. That was like one of the weirdest trailers, so I can't get over it, not gonna lie. Announcing all the new Street Fighter characters like that? Sounding this buff dude cosplays all of them. It was kind of funny though.
Very unique, I liked it.
Cool, I guess. I'm almost certain this is going to join the ranks of all the hundreds of other games in this similar style that are probably not going to survive for very long, because it purely depends on the player base. Who knows? I could be wrong. I don't want any video game to fail, but that's just kind of the reality of this.
Adios.
Damn. But is this supposed to be like some sort of reality TV show and they're fighting each other for views?
That was Last Flag.
Isn't that just Apex Legends?
Game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
The Black Myth Wukong effect. It continues.
Is this bloodshed?
Did you play
really
Wukong?
what you wanted?
I have not, no. Did you?
No. Generally not my kind of game.
Fate is all set in stone.
I'm not sure if I'd be into it, but it looks cool. I feel like these games live and die by the combat and how it feels.
Yeah, 100%.
And like just looking at it, you can't really tell.
Visuals.
Yeah. I'll have to see how it actually feels to play.
I liked the music though.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Excuse me, what are those outfits? Reorder now. Guys, what are you doing? I'm worried, but I mean, it looks cool. One can hope.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
Excuse me?
I'm trying to like process what
Wasn't the
seeing.
Wu-Tang Clan like a bunch of rappers back in the day? The super popular ones too.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna mute this preemptively. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to edit it out anyways.
100% be copyrighted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you're safe. It was
okay. It was just a tiny little section. One would hope.
Yeah.
That we're talking
Ghostface
over.
Killer is calling on you
Oh my
to rescue
goodness.
his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member
This was not on my
Pressline
wish list.
Entertainment.
I don't think it was
Now,
on
here's a
anybody's
look
wish
at
list.
Guild Wars 2, which has new
I don't think
updates,
anyone saw that
including
coming,
player
yeah.
housing and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
This group of rappers who loved old
Final Fantasy
70s kung
14.
fu movies.
My calling
Gotcha.
takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me.
Epic.
My story.
My story is
I've heard
yours.
Guild Wars is actually good, but I feel like it's kind of fallen off over time. I could be wrong though.
It's been going on for a long time too, hasn't it?
The war never ends, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me that's not the main girl from Genshin?
You know, if a design works, it works. No reason to fix it. Wishlist on Epic. No thank you.
Little monster design companion things were cute at least.
Yeah, at least there's that. Splitgate is kind of insane. Anybody who plays that at a high level is just out of their minds. Imagine an FPS game, but Portal.
That would be crazy. That's a cool concept though.
It is. Really is. The fact that you can play with so many people and the portals still work, the game doesn't lag, is kind of impressive. So many gacha games though. You announced here. Or advertised here, I should say.
I came back. And I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
I wonder how this runs on the Switch too.
Here is another
I've heard it
game
actually runs
throwing
really
back
well.
to a classic
Nice.
animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Another one.
There do be a lot of roguelikes nowadays.
What is this? Bro couldn't pay for it, so he just picked out one of his teeth? What? Oh
It's just fixed no
no!
matter what.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon.
I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of scared, but this also looks kind of cool.
Maybe it's too much for someone like you.
You know,
Delusional.
I'm kind of into it. Yeah. Yeah, this is neat.
The art style gives me The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy in 2007 on the Wii. Which I know is incredibly specific. But I played that game a lot when I was a kid.
Unwell.
Okay. You know, neat. I like that. It's not another zombie game,
guys,
so
I'm Ian
hell yeah.
Fu, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with
It's a
the
lot
help
of
from our
friends.
amazing
That many
community,
players?
we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate
Bro's a
2, we
gamer.
asked ourselves, how would we take Portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Why did Bro bring the bat just to put it on his shoulder and walk out? That's it? Alright, man.
The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you can't catch! And to complete the comeback, he's going to try. He shoots, he gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one, they got another, they're going to do it!
Oh, wait. Mute? Oh, God. Alright. I'll trust you guys.
Their copyright song? Damn.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Here we go.
Thanks, guys. It's straight up just an Imagine Dragons song, bro. Can we not? This is a goner before it releases. I mean, I've heard good things about Splitgate, and I know a lot of FPS pros really enjoy it, but I don't know. I'm not into the scene, so I can't say.
Yeah, same.
Damn. Reviews on Steam page are roasting the game already? That
really?
Now we are
It's kinda
honored to
surprising.
showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Oh. Next Yakuza? Oh wait, they did announce something new at like Game Awards or something. It wasn't Yakuza, it was like something else. In like old-timey Japan. Doesn't look old-timey. Okay, never mind. Hey, I recognize this.
I mean, this is the studio
Isn't
behind
this,
Yakuza, right?
Yeah, it's isn't that Sultan Bori from Yakuza 0? I recognize these bridges.
God damn, that's a big dude.
Just took that Molotov like a champ.
I mean, considering what I know of the Yakuza series, that seems pretty light.
Got a name?
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
Yeah, right?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Shana. 俺が知りてえや。
What are you?
Project Century.
Huh.
Okay.
The dev said it's not Yakuza something new.
You saw it at TGA last year as
Okay,
Project
cool.
Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed.
We'll see.
Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely
I mean, RGG is kind of a base studio. Not gonna
All
lie.
right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final,
one incoming.
very special global game announcement to share.
Yeah, they also made Virtua
Time
Fighter.
for Resident Evil.
Today we've
Hell
showcased
yeah.
a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
It's Umbrella Core. Unidentified disease? Could it be?
What if this is like a prequel Resident Evil? No. I feel like this character must be somebody from one of the other games.
She seems familiar. Isn't she the daughter?
Grace.
Oh, of
Grace Ashcroft.
Ethan? I think his name was.
My office.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy from 8?
coming.
Yeah.
It's a messy desk. Holy crap.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
She's the daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak.
I need your eyes.
What is
on the
Outbreak?
crime scene.
I've never heard of that one before.
The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered.
Yeah, Ethan's daughter is Rose.
Alyssa
Different
died
name.
8 years ago.
Oh.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Yes, 2 Resident Evil game? Okay. Looks like it ain't going so well when she goes back, huh?
We probably should have sent the technical analyst into the field. This might not have been the greatest idea, especially without backup. Oh god.
Yeah.
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
What the heck happened here? Is this like a testing site? Or a bomb?
Yeah, this is like
Everyone's gone.
massive discrepancy.
Oh,
What's
is that Raccoon City? And then they nuked it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We came back here? Why? I guess maybe we were trapped here. Resident Evil Requiem. Okay. I mean, we knew the title, but
9. I like how they incorporate the numbers in the title. Oh, that's pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, cool.
There you have it. Resident
Yeah, so the
Evil
fake out
Requiem.
earlier in where it's like
And it
you
will
just
be
have to wait a
playable with
little
fans
bit
this August at
longer.
Gamescom.
Yeah,
We'll
that was
also
only
be hosting
half an
Opening
hour
Night
later.
Live on
Yeah.
Tuesday, August 19th.
It was a little bit longer.
Resident
True.
Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal
Another
isn't
shift.
just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement.
We'll have to
Glad
see
we
more.
kept it a surprise. All right.
You can't say bold shift without actually
Shift
shifting.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know. I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch.
I wonder
and
what
highlight
Jeff
even more
knows.
games, including the
The
Xbox
funniest thing
Game
ever was
Showcase on
when
Sunday.
Jeff
Stay
released
tuned online to see
the
coverage
character
of many
kit
of
for
the playable
Cartathia
games
from Wuthering
at Summer Game
Waves
Fest
on his
Playdays
Twitter.
that's taking place this
Jeff of
weekend
all
in
people.
LA.
And make sure to
Like-
stay tuned for Day
What?
of the Devs, which is coming up next.
That was not
with
where we
additional
expected
new
the
reveals
news,
from
but
incredible
okay.
independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so
Definitely
much,
has a
everyone.
lot of connections.
Awesome. And thanks to you, Lucy. Great job.
And he does host
co-hosting.
basically
All
the
right,
two biggest
that's gonna do it for Summer
gaming
Game
shows of the
Fest.
year.
We will
Yeah,
see
true.
you at Gamescom on August 19th.
I think he also hosts
Thanks,
Gamescom,
everybody.
doesn't he?
It looks like it.
So I think he hosts all three of the biggest.
All right, dudes. I
And
think
that
yeah.
is the 2-hour mark. That's the end of it.
Oh, that's where we're gonna
Okay.
call it for now. Nani? Cashew and their viewers just joined.
Nani? Right when Zero's in the middle of
Hello.
saying, and that's where we're gonna call it.
Perfect timing, my dudes.
Yeah, perfect timing to say goodbye.
Welcome to the stream. Bro, actually, now that you're here, Cashew, how'd you feel about this Summer Games Fest? Because,
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, how did you feel about it, Leo?
I thought it was okay. I think the state of play I probably liked more. There was more I was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I think from this show, Resident Evil I'm interested in. That like ill game, the like kind of horror
That one looked
with
pretty
the
cool.
interesting designs was yeah. The new RGG game, Project Century, I think I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that.
Outside of those three, there was like one or two of the smaller like indie games that I thought looked kind of neat, but yeah, overall, I would just say okay.
yeah, I'd probably have to agree. There are certainly some interesting shots from Atomic Heart and First Descendant that piqued my interest.
Oh yeah.
But apart from that, like a bunch of series that I still have yet to get into, so I couldn't really get hyped for much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool new Resident Evil, it seems nice. Hopefully it is. It's a mainline game, so I'm sure they'll pay close attention to it. But I'm very curious what the shift in game direction is going to be. There's been a lot of different styles of Resident Evil, not going to lie. So how different is this one going to be?
I know I've heard people say like, oh, it's going to be a open world co-op MMO or like, I don't know, some open world co-op. I was like,
damn.
I mean, maybe like maybe they could pull it off since the past couple games have been pretty good from what I understand. So
kind
like
of
maybe
see
an open world
that.
take could work.
In
Like
a way,
if they did something like Silent Hill, maybe where it's like it's an open area that you can explore, but it's not like fully open world per se. Like
an open area.
is
Well, I
Silent Hill
mean,
2 considered open world? I don't know.
they did show Raccoon City, so I don't know. Maybe it might be a thing where like they capture a bunch of people and they throw them into Raccoon City, and then you have to survive together. I could see that being the case.
Yeah.
It's hard to say though,
I'm
especially
definitely
with
going to be curious.
yeah, the main character apparently being the daughter of one of the Resident Evil spin-off games. I think it's pretty
and a
obscure.
really old school one too.
Yeah. Good luck with the copyright song, Zero. Yeah, it's gonna be a doozy, this one, that's for sure. This VOD is gonna be cut up so badly. I'm not even sure if the edited version is gonna really make it to YouTube, but we'll see.
Brutal.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to top the state of play with that announcement, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that like the Marvel Arc Sys game has got to be like 10 out of 10 on the hype meter. Like I feel like there's literally nothing that could possibly match or top that other than Persona 4 Remake. At least for you.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I did see
Would
him
Persona
mention
6 top it?
Oh, honestly, if Persona 6 looks cool, maybe. There are a few things that I hope from it, but I don't know if they will be true. I don't really follow the leaks for Persona, so who knows. But a Persona set in Uni could be kind of cool. Do something a little bit different.
Yeah. I definitely find that as I get older, I appreciate college or workplace characters instead of just high school ones.
Yeah.
Same thing with anime too. Like, give me all of like the coworker office rom-coms, please.
Actually, I'd like to ask chat, was there anything neat in the future game show summer showcase? I saw that when I was searching up to watch the Summer Games Fest, but that wasn't really something that I was planning to watch initially.
Future, was that part of like this whole week of streams?
I would assume so. I don't really follow all the news in particular. I just know of State of Play and this. Plus, I guess the Xbox One.
6 rumors are almost a decade old. Didn't Persona 5 only come out in like 2016?
Yeah, I think so. And then Royal came out in like 18, 19, something like that.
18 to 20 range. I'm not sure what year.
Waifus, I guess. There was a thick man. Okay. This sounds thick interesting. Man? Yes, okay. I gotta go watch this. Oh, man. Really want to see FF9. Been hearing whispers about that for years now. Are they doing like a remake for that too?
A remake? Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard like remake of 9, remake of 8, a remaster of 13, like, but none of it ever seems to get announced, no matter how many leaks and rumors keep coming out.
Yeah.
Then again, it's also like, who would be working on it? Because they have one studio who's very dedicated to like the 7 remake, and they're working on part 3. And I have to imagine there's probably another studio who's doing like the next mainline one. Like, I mean, 16 came out, what, 2 years ago? So you have to imagine like there's going to be a 17, and somebody's got to be working on it. So do they have a third team who could be doing another big remake? Like,
I mean, the real question is, how many creative studios do they have? What? Is it going to be enough for all of that? We'll see.
That's true. I don't know.
Imagine if they remade 10,
Tactics remaster,
but then they kept the whole laugh, the Tidus laugh. They have to.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I know about that game is the Tidus laugh.
I haven't played it either. I've owned it for such a long time, so I haven't played it. I bought it for the meme. That's all I did. Oh, man. Oh, God. Silksong's still stuck in the void with Beyond Good and Evil 2. Oh, my God. I remember that game got announced a very long time ago as well with like a cinematic. There has been no news on that one at all. As for Silksong, yeah. I mean, Deadpool kind of kicked Silksong out of Summer Games Fest, so we'll probably have to wait for Xbox. Which, honestly speaking of, the Deadpool game was kind of... Not gonna lie, not excited for that one.
I really don't expect to see Silksong at the Xbox conference either. Like, I feel like they're either going to show it at like a general show, kind of like this, or it would be like at a... I mean, they showed it at the Switch presentation.
They showed a few seconds of it during a Nintendo Switch presentation, yes. It was kind of insane. Just randomly out of nowhere.
Hey, it exists.
Yeah, look, gameplay. Hey.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Oh man. This guy's got to be like the greatest troll ever if they never do actually release it. It's just an in-game, an in-universe joke for all the game awards out there.
Feel bad at this point. It's like Silksong is reaching like, I don't want to say GTA 6 levels, but like I can't think of a game that people get more hype or talk about or like, I want to see more, I need to see more, when is it? Where, like,
yeah.
Outside of GTA 6, I feel like Silksong has to be the number 2.
Bro, like at this point, Silksong is probably a cognito hazard. Like so many people have been thinking about it that we've likely manifested it as a meme in reality.
Oh, Half-Life 3, yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, true. Half-Life 3 is still out there. That being said, I have seen like a few comments underneath the Summer Games Fest here where it's like, yeah, it was so bad, bro. You're asking for GTA 6 during the indie showcase. So, yeah, there's still definitely some GTA 6 fans out there looking forward to it, much like Silksong.
It's like they just showed the GTA 6 trailer, didn't they? Like,
I think they made a new one.
I think they're gonna show another trailer right after they just released a new one. And no, like Rockstar is so big and GTA is so big, they're not gonna release a new trailer at a show like this. Like, even if this is one of the biggest ones, they can just post a new trailer on their Twitter, and it's gonna become like the most viewed tweet of all time in a day. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't see GTA releasing a trailer at any event outside of their own, outside of maybe like Game Awards, if it's like the first or the last thing that gets shown. I think that would be the only time it wouldn't be released on their own channel.
Oh yeah, 100%. It would have to be like the most hype announcement on any Game Awards, and they'd be happy to have it, of course.
Definitely. And I'm not even really a GTA guy. I'm not even gonna buy it.
I definitely feel like, yeah, Chad's got it right. It has a mass appeal for like the normie audience. I don't really see myself having much fun in GTA, except I guess like for a few minutes just messing around, but that seems to be it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the stories they tell are probably pretty good for like the single player, but it seems like the main appeal with GTA is always the multiplayer with friends, and most of my friends aren't really interested in GTA, and I'm also not really interested, so I never feel compelled to buy it.
I see. Yeah, honestly, fair enough. I think San
the first
Andreas is
$100
kind of
video
fun.
game, probably.
Oh my god. No, not the new precedent.
Who needs to launch a game at 80 when you can launch it at 100 and still sell 10 million copies in the first day?
Oh, jeez. If they ever did that, you know it would actually sell. And everybody would be like, ooh, oh my, new price.
It's like we're already starting to see games push 80 now with, like Nintendo is doing it with the Switch. Xbox said they're going to start doing it this fall. I'm sure Sony will follow since the other two are doing it. Like, and as soon as the big three are doing it, you better believe all the third-party studios who make big games are going to start doing it.
Bro.
So Rockstar charging 100 for GTA is not out of the question.
I don't even own a Switch. And even I was mad at the fact that you had to buy an upgrade to play games on Nintendo Switch 2 for games you already own on the Switch. That is just kind of sad.
Oh, like the $10 upgrade?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you could play the base version of it on Switch, I think. It's just if you want to opt into the $10 upgrade.
Oh, really? Okay. At least there's that. Regardless, I just think that it's very overpriced. Especially for what Nintendo was going for originally, being like the affordable console that everybody can get at home. But
yeah, the original Switch was like 300 and now this one's 450, so that's what, 50% increase? Which is quite a bit. I mean, it's definitely a better console, but like,
yeah,
50% increase feels pretty big considering like PS4 was what, 400 and then 5 was 500, so that was only a 25% increase. which doesn't feel anywhere near as big.
They do the same on PlayStation with PS5 upgrades. I see. I don't own a PlayStation either.
Oh yeah, like if you upgrade from like the PS4 to the PS5 version, usually it's $10.
Damn. It would be really nice, you know, if they were just like, you already own the game here. You can play it. It would have bought some, I guess, goodwill from the audience, but whatever, man. Companies be companies.
Yeah. I think the one that people did or were happy with Sony with was they gave away, I think, Horizon for free for a lot of people on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And when they released like the remake version of Horizon on PS5, even if you got it for free from their previous giveaway, you could still just pay the $10 to upgrade it. So basically, you could get the brand new upgraded version for $10 without ever having even paid for the original.
I mean, okay, you know what? That makes sense. If you got it for free,
outside of that one, though,
yeah.
I think that's like the one like goodwill one that people would recognize because it was like, oh, they gave the original for free, and then they're honoring it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, outside of that, I think all the companies usually have that like $10 upgrade.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. The Resident Evil Outbreak re-release might work now. PlayStation 2 era was too soon for an online co-op. So that's probably why then people theorize that this is going to be an online co-op thing because of the main character being the daughter from that game. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Check out, yeah.
Yeah. They literally priced me out. First party Nintendo stuff never goes on significant sales, so I'd be spending $1K for a Mario Kart machine and another $100 if I want anything else. That does not sound like such a great idea. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Also, welcome, playtester. Always nice to see a new face on the stream.
Fortunately, Nintendo has their grippers deep in me because they release a new console and they say, hey, there's going to be a new Pokemon on it. I'm buying it.
Bro.
I need my new Pokemon.
Although, to be fair, the new Pokemon game, what do you think about that? That looks kind of cool, but I don't know like what modern Pokemon games are like.
Yeah, it's like one of the like spin-off series kind of things, which I really liked the first one they did, so I'm optimistic that this one's going to be cool. I try not to watch too much because I like going in mostly blind, but at the same time, like what I have seen has kind of confused me because it seems like it might take place just in one city, and I don't really get how that's going to work because all the other Pokemon games have like lots of cities that you travel between, or even the other like Legends game, it had like 5 or 6 big areas that you could explore. So unless the city is massive and it has like, oh, here's the developed part of the city, here's the Pokemon catching area part of the city, like sure, if it's like a massive city it might work, but I don't know. I'm still excited for it though. I think what I have seen of it looks cool. So
actually, yeah, I almost forgot. Probably the thing that I got most hyped about was the Sonic racing game.
Oh yeah, all of those third-party characters like Miku, Ichiban, Persona, Minecraft.
Surprisingly.
What are all these characters?
Did not expect that at all. But hey, cool beans.
I think that was the most surprised we were the entire stream.
Yeah, for sure. Code Vein 2, it looked nice. Still gotta play the first one. And I don't know about the Cube. I don't know about that one. We'll have to see.
Was that the Atomic Heart like spin-off thing?
Yeah, it was like the MMO shooter thing.
Right. Original Sonic Team Racing had Danica Patrick as a character? Who is Danica Patrick? Google. Danica Patrick. Oh, an actual race car driver? Is that a real person in Sonic Racing?
That freaking reminds me of putting Cristiano Ronaldo in the latest Fatal Fury game. Like, nobody wanted that.
Why is Ronaldo in Fatal Fury? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I think the whole thing about that is that the Saudi Arabian prince that owns SNK is a big fan of Ronaldo, so they just like put him in the game. He's not even voiced by Ronaldo, by the way, which is even funnier.
Oh my god.
Just a dude in like a soccer jersey, just run around punching with Mai, Shiranui, and Terry. Bruh.
That's funny.
Yo!
Kiryu was in the older Sonic games?
I want to see Kojima come out in a Pecora shirt. I was pissed. That would have been hype.
That would have been great. Oh, man. Yeah, that would have been a highlight for sure.
100%. Would have made this Summer Games Fest memorable. I mean, as it stands for me, this is pretty bad. Like, is anybody...
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued for the Game of Thrones RTS, just because I'm, like, getting into RTS games. This could be kind of cool. And I mean, the Game of Thrones universe is pretty neat. It's just that, you know, the series kind of left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. But... Or even the Muppet boxing game.
That game was like...
That came out of nowhere. Oh, man.
Stranger Than Fiction made this worth? Stranger Than Fiction. That sounds familiar, and I feel like that was something that we both thought looked kind of neat. Stranger Than Fiction. I need to look it up and remind myself what that is. Stranger Than Fiction.
Which one was that? Was that the co-op game? Oh yeah, dinosaurs.
Oh, do you mean Stranger Than Heaven, Wasabi? Oh yeah, Stranger Than Heaven. Yeah, he means the new game from the Yakuza studio.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, but it does look cool. And I mean, RGG's go to studio. Like, they made the Yakuza series. They make Virtual Fighter. They make really good games. So I'm excited to actually get into those series at some point in time.
Yeah, with how much I loved Yakuza 0. Like, they any new game they announce, it's probably going to be a must-buy for me.
Let's see. Scott Pilgrim. I definitely felt like there were a lot more gacha games and just a lot more fan service in this Summer Games Fest for some reason than I'm usually accustomed to from a Summer Games Fest, but could just be a while.
No, I feel the same. Like, usually I feel like there'll be a Genshin advert, Zenless advert or something, but like, that'll be about it.
Yeah.
But this one, it was like...
all the gacha
I feel
games.
Like Woola showed
all
up at least 2 or 3 times. Like,
yeah.
A bunch of new games were shown, or games I hadn't heard of got shown. Like,
yeah, I can't wait to raise baby dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 3. That's cool.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, as chat says, the movie tie-in games don't always have the most effort put into them, but like for this one, I feel like it was pretty good. I played a little bit of Evolution 2, but different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I see cat girls, I'm sold. Of course you would be, Cashew. Oh, man. Game of Thrones is like The Witcher. Phenomenal world building carries the fair to middling writing. Damn. I don't know if I could even say that about The Witcher because I don't really know too much about it, but I can somewhat see that point. There are just some really good ideas and universes created by writers who can't really utilize them very well. I'm not sure if those series would qualify, but yeah, I get the feeling.
Did Witcher 4, when that got announced...
Oh yeah, they didn't say anything about that.
A year date? Was it like 27 or 28? Like, or did they just say, hey, we're working on it?
I think it was a, hey, we're working on it kind of thing. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's what it was, but... I mean, after what happened with Cyberpunk, they gotta know. They cannot release it
Just wait.
A less than perfect state.
Just spend more time in development and release it when it's not going to become a cultural meme. Everybody's going to make fun of you for it. So, yeah.
Like, genuinely, they did a great job turning Cyberpunk around from everything I've heard, like making it a really good, well-performing game on many systems with a great DLC, lots of free updates. You know, props to them for turning it around, but like, boy, did they fuck up the initial release.
Yeah.
They can't do that again.
Not everybody can be No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Yep.
I think CD Projekt learned their lesson. One can hope.
True. Wasabi, you mentioned the lie of a tech demo where it's like they showed the Witcher 4 thing and people are like, holy shit, it looks so good. And then they came out after and they were like, it's not gameplay, by the way. This isn't actually the Witcher 4. This is a tech demo of the Witcher 4, not the game.
What?
So, like,
why?
Casual people who are just watching it are going to be like, oh shit, the game looks so good, but it's not actually the game.
What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Oh, man, this sucks.
It could very well be that it ends up looking and playing like that, but
okay, well, the whole idea, right, is that this is what we think the game is going to be like. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to make that a reality. But, you know, it's just empty promises for now. In a similar fashion to No Man's Sky, this is what we think the game will be like. But holy hell, the development cycle is absolute hell, and we're not going to make it in time. So we're sorry, dudes. We're going to have to delay, and then we can't delay anymore because of the publisher, and now we're going to have to release, and oh god, it sucks. It's not finished. So,
yep.
Yeah. Granted, if there was a studio that was going to do it right and make it really, really cool and unique in an RPG that people love by the end of the day, it probably would be CD Projekt, but they just need time. They need a lot of time.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully, you know, I'm sure it's not even fully CD Projekt. Like, I know there's got to be like a board and investors and stuff, and maybe they just said, I don't care what state the game's in. You've already delayed it once or twice. Like, this needs to be out.
Oh,
I don't care.
That is 100% what
it,
happens.
Yeah, so like you can't even fully fault them, but boy, like, I hope everybody involved learned their lesson. The board or investors, whoever it is, they need to know if something like that happens again.
They would make so much more money initially if they just released the good game when it's ready.
Right. Because then word of mouth, it's going to keep people like flocking to it and wanting to buy it. But I think I remember with like Cyberpunk at first, like it was so bad at launch that like retailers were letting you return it even after you opened it, which usually they don't do. Like digital storefronts were letting you refund it, which usually they don't do. Everywhere was like clearancing out their stock for like $10 for a new game. Like that's unheard of. Nothing that bad at that scale has ever happened that I can think of.
Well, No Man's Sky was kind of like packaged together with other things that you bought. It was sold for like $5 at one point, maybe even $3 on Amazon. But same kind of crash out.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Fallout 76.
That got turned around too, I think. I haven't played it, but
it did later on. But I mean, still, like, same with like Cyberpunk. Not everybody knows that the game is much better now. A lot of people still think that it's kind of bad because of that initial impression, and it's not like everybody follows the news and updates of every single game out there. Yeah.
I think I saw in Fallout 76, after like Xbox started their strategy of releasing stuff on like PlayStation and other consoles, somebody got so mad they like nuked Phil Spencer's house in Fallout 76. Like,
okay,
his base
in game.
Yeah. No, in the game. And I was like I feel bad for the guy because, you know, like he's the face of Xbox, so he's the person people are going to direct their anger at when it's like, I'm sure he's not solely making these decisions. And personally, like, I get it. Like, you're releasing a bunch of Xbox exclusive games. Like, Gears of War is coming to PlayStation now. Forza is coming to PlayStation. Microsoft Flight Simulator or whatever is coming to PlayStation. Like, I think at that point, since Gears of War is coming, it's just a matter of time until Halo comes to PlayStation. And then they're just going the Sega route, which is fine. But, like...
Oh my god.
You know, I kind of like what Sony does, where it's like, they release it on the PS5 as an exclusive, and then a year or two later, they release on PC. So it's like, other people still get access to it. But if you're a PlayStation owner, you still get like, oh, you look at the fun, new, cool, exclusive game. Yay, cool. And then, you know, I get to play it. I'm happy. And then when it comes out on PC, I'm like, oh, nice. My friends who have PC can play it now. I can push it on them. Yay, woo. But like, you need exclusive games on your console. Like,
yeah.
You can't sell the console if you don't have games just for your console.
Exactly.
And now Xbox doesn't have that because they're going multi-platform.
So, like, why would you buy an Xbox when you could just play it on literally anything else?
Right. Like, obviously, PC is always the best. Like, I'm a console guy, but objectively, PC is the best place to play games because it's the most customizable. It's the most widespread availability with, you know, eventually you get PlayStation games. You're going to get Xbox games now. The only thing you don't get is Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I do agree with chat though, where like it's good for the consumer when the game is released everywhere and you can just choose whatever platform that you want to play it on. It is not great for the console, that is to say, and people who love consoles probably are not going to get one in the future if they see like a massive downtrend in sales for it. So like, what would even be the point of making one or new one anymore?
Yep.
And I mean, it's not like everybody has to know how to make their own PC or afford one. It's a lot more expensive.
Yep. That's one of the things that kills me is when, like, I see stuff like people saying, or when PS5 Pro came out and it was $700 or whatever, people are like, you could just build a PC that's better than that for $700. I'm like, no, you can't. Unless you're buying like used graphics cards from like who knows where. Like a good graphics card nowadays is like $700 by itself. Like the current gen or whatever. Even like the past gen is like, I don't know what, 500 to 1,000 depending on the model. And then you have to buy all the other parts.
If you're looking for a 5090 nowadays, that's $3,500 down the drain already. And that's just the graphics card.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's better than any console, but...
Yeah, 100%. But yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a console guy, and I'd like to say I always will be, but...
You never know.
But
things might change.
For me, it's going to be with physical games, because I like physical games. I always buy games physically if I can.
That's a good point, yeah.
But things are trending digital. So, like, PC is all digital at this point. Like, Xbox really wants to go all digital with Game Pass, and like they don't release physical copies of all of their new games anymore. If they do release a physical copy, it's like there's an 80 megabyte file on the disc that just downloads the 100 gigabyte game when you plug it in. Now Switch is doing like the game key cards where it's like the game's not on the cartridge, you plug it in and it downloads it. So if it starts going in that route, I might just move away from consoles because I want to buy physical games. And if I can't buy a physical game with the game on the disc or the cartridge, then I just don't want to buy it in general.
Fair enough.
But I get it. Like, digital is easier for them to control. It's more convenient. Like, objectively, from a business perspective, I see why they do it. But as a consumer, I want to keep buying physical games and putting them on my shelf.
Hopefully they continue that for the people that are looking for it. And Shia here makes a good point. The Witcher tech demo thing looks like half the purpose was on promoting the engine for Epic. And I can see that. I feel like, yeah, that's 100% what they were doing with it.
Because it's on Unreal 5 or whatever, right? Which is now the big new popular thing.
Yeah, all of those polygons. And you can run it on computers. or beef enough to run it. But yeah.
Whoa.
Oh man. PC expensive price is worth it though. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just reading a chat. You can go ahead.
I was reading chat too. The PC's expensive price is worth it more than just for gaming, even if computers are updated in 6 months 90% of the time. It's hard to say. Like, price and value is different in everybody's eyes, and like what they're looking for from their console or their PC, it will be different. I mean, obviously the PC is great for content creation, so you kind of need it. But honestly, if you're just gaming at home, maybe buying a console is just better. Especially if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna buy the console, play a new Call of Duty. Yeah, just do that. You don't have to afford a new computer just to play Call of Duty or Halo or anything like that.
It's definitely easier that way. And I always like to say like I don't like sitting at my computer to game. Like I don't want to have to sit in my chair in front of my desk to play it. Like I want to sit on the couch with a big TV and a controller and
sounds like a good time.
A nice sound system and play like that. And people are like, well, you could just connect your computer to the TV. And like, I mean, yeah, but my computer's not next to my TV and I don't want to move it next to the TV every time I want to play a game. Like, it's not the same. I don't know. I grew up with consoles. I want to keep playing with consoles the same way.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I didn't, so I'm not like overly attached to the consoles. I can see their appeal though, especially if you're gaming with friends. It's just easier.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing an online shooter, then maybe PC is better, but that's a different point.
Yeah.
PC gaming is worth it because of modding. The thing is, Dino, like I mod games, but not everybody does. Some people don't want to bother with any of that or even care to. So for them, it's a one and done package with the console.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like I'm sure like a fraction of the overall people who play games on PC actually mod, but the people who do are super into it, and obviously modding can really enhance a game and customize it.
Look at Skyrim.
More like the game that you want to see. Yeah, Skyrim mods are a great example. I'm sure any big like open world RPG is like phenomenal for mods.
Well, yeah. Well, anything that the devs make, Skyrim, Oblivion, they kind of finish the game. The modding community kind of finishes the game for them, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which actually, did you play the remastered Oblivion game? Was that fun?
I streamed it once, I think on the day it came out. I haven't played it since then.
Damn.
I did like it. Well, I mean, I've just been so busy with the move and stuff that it's like when I have been able to stream, I've been trying to... I was like, I can't afford to start a new game when I'm already in the middle of Yakuza and Expedition. Like, I gotta, gotta focus on these.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So I did like it. I'm definitely going to go back to it, but I think it would probably be in my own time, most likely.
I see.
There was definitely jank, though, which... I mean, on one hand, you can say, oh, it's a Bethesda game. Like, expect the jank. Which is like, yes. But it's also a remake of a 20-year-old game, and you kind of hope that they would iron out the jank at that point. Like, the fact that it would... Like, I dropped frames like crazy every time the game saved.
Oh,
like if it auto-saved when I walked out of a house, like my FPS would drop to like 5 to 10 for a few seconds.
No.
I was like, oh my God. Like it would go back to normal after that, but I was like, I can't believe it. And apparently, I'm seeing people online have been saying the longer you play the game and the bigger your save file gets, the worse the performance gets. I'm like, I remember that's how it was with Skyrim on the PS3. Like at some point I had like 70 or 80 hours on the PS3 for Skyrim and my save just stopped working because I couldn't load it anymore.
Damn it, dude. Like, it just works.
There's no excuse for that to happen now in 2025 with a remake.
It just works, okay? You bought a Bethesda game. That's just how it goes sometimes, man.
True. Expect it. Like, definitely I feel some charm to the Bethesda jank. Like, you hit a body and it goes flying 3 miles into the sky. That's kind of fun, you know. I like that.
That's a part of that's the janky kind of charm that the older Bethesda games have, or honestly, even Skyrim had that too. But the jankiness that we don't appreciate is when you literally can't play the game, or like the game breaks mid session.
Yep. And I was a Sony guy. I still am. So I played Fallout 3, Fallout Vegas, and Skyrim all on PS3. And I'm sure anybody watching who had a PS3 and played those games know what a nightmare that was. Did I still love the games? Oh, yeah. Were they all horribly performing messes? Oh, yeah.
Bro, like, even with this heavily modded version of New Vegas, I'm still running into a few bugs and crashes every now and then. I can't imagine what it was like actually playing on a console with that.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying you had to go through like a whole like tutorial just to mod the game properly in a way that would have it perform generally good most of the time.
Yeah, basically. I mean, at the very least, there's a full Steam guide on that if any of you guys are interested in playing New Vegas, which I highly recommend. It's a good game. But you got to do a little bit of modding. For sure. 100%.
I really want to see Fallout 3 remake. I've heard rumors about this for years too. Like, please, if you're gonna announce it,
hey, Xbox
tomorrow, Xbox Showcase. That's the time. Let's do it. Let me get Fallout 3 remake.
Which actually, speaking of, you want to check that one out together at some point?
The Showcase thing?
Yeah, Xbox.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, but I mean, we talked about this before the stream. I think you had to do that a bit belated as well, just like the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, it would have to be like tomorrow night, like around the same time that we did this one, I think, because tomorrow afternoon I'll be doing more house and moving stuff. But I think tomorrow night I should be around again.
Gotcha. And when do you expect to be done with the move? Because I believe we do have some plans for after the move is done.
We have talked about multiple different game stuff at this point, yeah.
Yes.
So right now the timeline is like Tuesday is the actual like big part of the move where like the movers are coming and moving the furniture between the houses and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I think we're really, really close to being done. It's like Sunday and Monday is going to be like starting to unpack things, starting to put things in the right rooms. Tuesday's the big part of the move. The rest of next week, like Wednesday through the weekend, it's probably just going to be a lot of like unpacking and situating things. But I think probably starting like mid to late next week, I should be more around. So the week of like not this coming Monday, but the Monday after that, that's when I'm hoping to be back to my normal schedule. So I think that's like the 16th or something.
Oh my.
So starting that week, I should be pretty available.
Well, let's see. Place your bets, chat. Will the Science Bros finally start their Halo playthrough by the end of the month? Will they or won't they? We shall see.
The Halo playthrough we've been talking about probably, oh man, when did the first time we talked about that? Like late last year, maybe?
Definitely last year.
Maybe even earlier?
I have to check when I actually got into the Halo lore and finally decided to play the games. But yeah, probably around then. It's been quite a while. Looking forward to that one, not gonna lie.
The first time I see Halo pop up in our messages is December 2024.
Damn.
So that was 6 months ago that we first started thinking about it.
At least it's not a year. I was thinking about it before then, but then I thought, wait a minute, I can just play all the games co-op. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a good question, Dino. I'm not sure if I should play the games chronologically or in release order. Chronologically could be kind of interesting based on the lore. And Leo here doesn't know anything about the games, so whatever you guys think would be like the best way to introduce him into the series.
My Halo experience is I played local multiplayer of Halo 3 at my friend's house when I was like 12, and I know the ending of Halo Reach. And that's everything I know about Halo.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
So
that's
basically nothing.
Okay, cool. It's a little bit unfortunate because I know a lot of people really like to see like blind reactions to Reach. But then again, I suppose if you played it chronologically, it wouldn't have the same emotional impact as when you just like, you know how it is and you're invested in the universe already for the other Halo games. Yeah, we'll see.
That's true. Because I think Reach is like a prequel, right?
Yeah. It's where everything started, essentially. But we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah. I say release order is better, but that's just me in my chat.
Definitely fine to play chronological, play Master Chief Collection in release order. I'll put up a poll. We'll see what the majority of people think. Democracy wins! But yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have all the games on Steam, at least the ones that have been released on Steam. Let me see.
The Spartan Suits extra features. Oh my. Whatever could you be referring to, Cashew?
Yeah, so I have Halo Master Chief Collection on Steam, but didn't they like release like ODST and Reach and stuff as DLC?
That
I see that. I have Halo 3, Halo Anniversary, Halo Reach.
Check.
I have all the games in Master Chief Collection, which is
nice.
Halo 1 through 4, Reach, and ODST.
Same here.
And it looks like Halo Infinite is also on. Is Halo 5 not on PC? Did that one never come for some reason?
I would think it would be here. Is there a Halo 5?
There is. Because Infinite is technically 6.
Ah.
Yeah, Halo 5's not on Steam. They never released Halo 5 on PC, but they released all the other games? What the hell?
Interesting. That being said, from what I heard, the later Halo games are not the greatest, so maybe that's not such a big loss.
Yeah. That's true. I've heard, I think 1 through 3 and Reach and ODST are all considered good. I think 4 is considered like decent, and then 5 and Infinite are like, eh.
The lore is kind of spiraled out of control, not gonna lie. Some things happen that probably shouldn't have, but it is what it is.
Reno.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. Fake internet name. I'd be worried about losing quality of life improvements if you play chronological. Oh, yeah. It can be kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
To like see the slow improvements of the development and the game itself from like the first one to the latest.
Yeah. I'm going to be going through the same type of thing with Yakuza because I'm planning on playing those in release order, but some of the games have been remade. So like I'm starting with 0 and then I'm going to do Kiwami 1 and 2, which are the remakes of 1 and 2. But then it goes to 3, 4, 5, which are just remastered versions of the PS2 games or whatever. So I'm going to be going from like the modern remakes to 3 old remasters. And I definitely know it's going to feel kind of bad
You're gonna
gameplay
miss
wise.
a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah,
I could say it's
modern
like
quality of life stuff.
It's like playing P5 and then going back to P4 or OG P3. And it's like, damn, yeah, they really improved a lot of the gameplay here.
That's another reason that I really want the remake, because it's like I played P5 Royal first, and then I played P3 Reload. So I think going to P4 Golden, like I'm sure it would still be a great game. I'm sure I would still enjoy it. But now that I've played the two most modern Personas in a row, I feel like Golden is going to feel like ancient to me, especially with how it looks.
I think for
so
you,
with all of the rumors of the remake, like,
yeah, I'm hoping for it too, so that I can get to see you play that. I will join you for those streams if it ever does get announced. But definitely, if you play like the OG P4 Golden, you would probably not like the gameplay. That is kind of the main issue for so many people, because compared to P5 and probably what P3 is now, the dungeons are very boring, and you just go into them to grind. They're basically the equivalent of Mementos from P5, and that's kind of like the low point for P5 for me personally. But
I think in P3 Reload, like the dungeon, not the best. It's I would say more grindy than Mementos was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's harder to farm because there's no like, you know, in 5 how you get the ability to just insta kill shadows lower than you without having to fight them, and then it's easy to grind XP. There's nothing like that in 3. You just have to keep fighting. So like it's a lot more grueling if you actually want to grind.
Yeah, it's Shinigami Tensei for you. So that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I cheesed it at the end of the game, and I just one-shot the Reaper over and over, and then that leveled me up really fast. But like,
of course you did. Oh man!
Up until that point, it takes a while.
But yeah. All right, dudes. I think we should probably call it here. Next time, though.
True. We could just keep yapping all night. So.
I mean, yeah, our conversations go very long. There's a lot of games to talk about that we both like. But super excited for the Xbox. Hopefully we get the things that are on our wish list and I can finally see Leo play P4.
Yeah.
That, or you never know.
That'd be great.
Something surprising might come out of nowhere that we never expected, but absolutely love. One can only hope.
True. People, maybe all these Persona 4 remake rumors are intentionally being leaked by Xbox or Sega or Atlas to throw people off, because the real announcement coming tomorrow is Persona 6.
Persona 6? Persona 1 or 2 remake?
6.
Imagine? Metaphor re-Fantasio?
That would be pretty wild. Metaphor re-Fantasio Royal remix
Shin Megami Tensei 6? Yeah? Yeah. You never know.
They did. The most recent SMT was the 5 Vengeance, right?
Yeah, so it's basically the royal version of that, which means they're probably working on the next one. One would hope.
Yeah, I mean, that means Persona and SMT are both due for a new game at the same time.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
They'll probably do Persona 4 Remake, then they'll do SMT 6, then they'll do Persona 6, and then they'll have Metaphor 2. I bet that would be the release order.
I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like they can't do 2 Persona games in a row. Like 4 Remake and then 6. Like, they're going to need something else in between.
Y'all are tangenting again? True. Whenever Leo and I are just talking, we just go off the rails, man. I'm sorry.
It's why it's so dangerous when we're in the streams together. Yeah.
No. But yeah. All right, dudes. We're going to wrap it up here. I'll definitely schedule the Xbox live stream whenever we can find a time for that.
Good.
Probably same time as today. So yeah, look out for that one tomorrow, dudes.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
But all right. Thank you guys so much for joining us on both my stream and Leo's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later, dudes.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.